Well, if Peroty doesn't show up, we do have a Titan / Hunter /
Peroty is here.
I play all rules mostly. Just mainly Titan.
Welcome to the Chaos, Peroty.
Hello, Peroty.
Always and all of
Look
the
what he's done
time.
again. He's invited somebody else, hasn't told us, so we don't know what's going on. We might as well just let him run the show.
To be fair,
his
you have the
guest.
ability to look in the box respawn journal.
I assume that this is a makeup for last week when he didn't tell us he wasn't going to be here, so now he's going to run the show this week.
I
So
wasn't
we can just
planning
sit
on
back and
not
relax.
being here. I just had look. So what happened last week
That's
is
what I heard.
No,
they
this
had an
happened.
issue in Georgia.
listen.
No, hold on.
Listen,
There's a reason.
Listen.
I didn't get a chance to explain it before.
No, but
okay?
listen.
We
right?
understand there's a
We
reason.
understand.
There-
We understood.
There are these tools called communication systems. You literally work on one of them that is for emergencies. So you may not be aware, but how people use these is they can pick up this device and they can dial a set of numbers, beep, 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 and then you can talk to someone very far away.
And that's
And then you-
exactly
and then
what
you can-
happened
you can give
when
them
one of y'all
information.
called me.
Yeah, no, we had to call you.
What? Anyway, no, I mean when I get into work, guys, I mean it's a problem because I can't really focus on other things, right? Respawn doesn't multitask. As anybody who's seen the show and has watched me attempt to play Destiny and be a host, it doesn't work.
Absolutely.
Okay,
He's just as bad as me.
so when I get to work and especially on 911 shenanigans, I block out everything else. So was it the right thing to do? Admittedly, no. Did it happen anyway? Yes. Will it happen again?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
It adds charm to the show, though, so it's okay.
Working as intended. Also,
I stick around for the respawn rounds.
Where's my cat video respawn? I don't see any cat video or dog video on your Twitch.
Okay.
I mean, there's this empty space that's meant for a small fuzzy creature of some sort. I mean, that's what the people want.
I know. Where's my cat?
No, what the people want is us to start the show and get off of all these shenanigans.
And that's definitely not what they want.
They do.
You lie.
So I've got to roll the titles so that we can at least get into the show.
Simon says, roll the titles.
Welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast. Dedicated in bringing you all the latest information, news, and opinions. This is the best show for new and veteran Guardians alike, where we share tips, tricks, and tools to help you succeed and enjoy playing even more. So with all that said, let me hand you over to your hosts, the Triumph Hunting Titan Night Demon, the pink-panted pansy Peroty, and your Hunter Master Ranger, Mr. No One Respawns in Real Life!
So yeah, as you were away last week, you can introduce the show this week.
Hi guys, welcome to Three Titans and a Hunter, a show where we try to give you information. It comes out a little bit. It's mostly chaos. Today we have our 3 Titan mains in the form of what's your online persona that you want to be known as?
Coffee's fine.
All right. So we have Coffee in the form of a Titan, and just as addictive, according to him. We have the pink Power Ranger Peroty, who, as I understand, has whipped out the sweet business recently for some PvP mayhem. And, of course, you have the transitioning pre-Hunter, post-Titan in the form of Night Demon. So, there you go. Welcome to the show, and good luck on your journey to becoming one of the best hunters that have ever existed. Behind me and Cade 6, of course. Mr. Night Demon, how's the journey so far?
Yeah. Loving it.
Okay. But
I was excited.
I mean, like, what do you say to that? It's like, yeah, I mean, he knows he's been playing the Hunter. He's admitted he's been playing the Hunter, but I just don't think he wants to admit that he's enjoying it.
Well, I'm going to clear a few things up here. Yes, I've been playing as a Hunter, and that was only for the last 2 seasons, including this season, to get pinnacles. Because, I don't like the fact that the Hunter was left behind, and I needed everything at 1810 because of my autism kicks in.
I got
right? He was done a couple of weeks ago, but because I'd started the story this season on my hunter, I couldn't do anything else like the exotic mission or finish the story without going back and restarting everything else on the Warlock or the Titan. So I finished the story on my hunter this week, which I'm really happy about. But to do a dungeon, I was able to jump back on my Titan.
You said able. Nobody stopped you from jumping on your Titan to begin with. You chose to be a hunter. So don't be like, oh, I was finally able to play my Titan. Like you lost a bet and had to play hunter for 2 seasons.
Always told you that I don't dislike hunters. I don't dislike any of the classes. It's just that for the branding of the podcast, the first character that I made in Destiny when I did the beta, even when I started Destiny 1, was the Titan. I then went through and made the Warlock and the Hunter because I wanted to play all 3 classes from the beginning, get all the achievements, and just enjoy from all different angles because it's a fantastic game. So that's where I kind of lie. And I enjoy playing all of them. And I've told you this all the time. Just, unfortunately, I had to identify as a Titan.
No. You look. I understand what you're saying, and I'm hearing what you're saying.
No, you're not.
And I do, and I'm participating in your reality.
He hears you, but he's not going to acknowledge what you're saying.
Listen,
the words are smashing into his ears.
I'm just waiting for the journey because he
Listen.
can say whatever he wants right now, but in the end, I think we're gonna get him.
There's no journey. I play all 3 characters.
Yeah.
It's just all 3 characters are walking along the road. It's like the Yellow Brick Road. We're all together. We're just heading towards the Wizard of Oz. That's it.
This reminds me of a recent Dave Chappelle joke.
Oh,
And
God.
if you know, you know.
Anyway,
That is the most sidetrack thing ever.
No,
What's up,
we've
bud?
done worse.
people already know about me. They already know about you. They already know about Peroty. But what we don't know about is Coffee. So
Don't do this to me.
You've jumped onto the podcast.
He had a gun to my head.
You've got to introduce yourself, and
Okay.
I'll let Respawn ask you questions.
Respawn is muted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deep-
because now I can
deep
actually
probing
do that so you don't
questions.
hear the background anymore. I'm growing as a streamer.
Are
Not
you-
well, mind you, but there
Are you,
is
though?
growth. Wow, that was hurtful. I have a feeling, and it can be hurt. All right.
A feeling, not feelings, just one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's mostly rage, to be fair, but it can still be hurt, okay? And
It's
Peroty,
mutual.
after working with me for so long,
God.
knows how to hit the button to hurt my feeling. And you see this
Respawn.
right here, guys?
Respawn.
Whoever's
Oh.
on the stream, you see the tear? That's because of Peroty. Peroty's being mean to
Respawn.
me. What?
Speak to the guest.
I was speaking to him.
No,
He
don't.
wasn't.
We don't want stories. Questions.
Oh, okay. Number one.
Hello,
Number
my name
one,
is Coffee.
Okay, no.
I started during the year
joking.
one of
No,
Destiny
don't-
2.
I was joking.
Don't come
So,
people like number one, like you've got a list of questions in front of you. You're making this up as you go along, aren't you?
Yeah, but what's the problem with that? Whether I make them up or write them down, even if I wrote them down, I had to make them up at some point. Goober.
This is what it's come to. This show.
Can the people in the stream hear the people on the podcast?
Uh-oh. Can they hear me?
Here's an important probing question
that,
because Donnie will become
what-
very upset if he cannot hear all of the
what is going on?
shenanigans.
Why do we
Unfortunately,
go
I
through
can't
this every
deafen, so I
week?
can't see.
Because I had to swap it up because I was on a laptop.
Because Night Demon, we tried not
Oh, yeah,
to be
I'm hearing
streamers
audio.
or YouTubers, and then he went to stream and you went to YouTube, and then it went downhill from that. I'm just here.
that's- I mean,
I'm just here talking on a show and doing nothing else. I'm just here to show up, talk about Destiny, be confused why things have changed, and then
No,
go back and do it all again next week.
You have got me at that. He messes around with his stream, and when I try and stream, I can't get people in my chat to participate, so it just sounds like I'm talking to myself when I have a party of 6 people sometimes. So
Because you are messing it up. What? Okay, no, there is something.
no, we're
actually
not getting into it
happening here.
now. Coffee.
Yes.
What do you mean?
It is
Mainly Titan, but I like to fluctuate between all 3 classes, like you.
feng shui.
Have you played since Destiny 1, or did you come in at a certain point? in
I
Destiny?
played right when they nerfed Thorn the original time during Destiny 1. I think that was right after Year 1.
Yeah. That was a fantastic time, that Thorn.
Yes, it was. I wish I was there for it. Unfortunately, I got in right at the end.
I can tell you stories. There were stories.
I have clips and friends that told me. I can only imagine the horrors.
So, what made you get into Destiny in the first place?
Mainly peer pressure, but the raiding. When I saw the Vault raid being done for the first time ever, that really drew me to it because I love raiding in any game.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the hook and bait for me.
So, what did you enjoy apart from raiding in Destiny 1? Was there anything else that you kind of did religiously, or did you just kind of, I'm going to do raiding and that's it?
Well, obviously I couldn't raid very well because I didn't have a lot of friends to play with. However, I loved the story that it brought out.
Yeah.
Destiny 1 had a certain type of feel that I don't think any other game can put even a pin to it. It's just, the characters are very noticeable. I can remember every single character from Destiny 1 and still know it from Destiny 2, and that should be, I feel like that puts a name to Destiny by itself.
Fair enough. Favorite weapon in Destiny 1?
Destiny 1, hot take, what's that dragon rocket launcher? We have it this season thing, and I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. Dragon's
Breath?
Dragon's Breath, yeah. It's been a while.
Now, which version of Dragon's Breath did you like? Did you like the original version of Dragon's Breath, where it was I
got it during Taken King, because I don't know what version that would have been.
It would have been the old one.
Yeah, I think that's the old one, because originally when you fired it, it fired kind of, the grenades that you can throw out as mainly as a Warlock originally, like the big balls that spit fire out on the ground.
Oh yeah, the we call it.
Don, you're the only one that likes the toaster, Don.
Yeah, those ones. It would fire that, and it would kind of just be like a burning sun in midair. You'd have to hold down the trigger and release it, and then they changed it to napalm, so you hit a target and then it just dropped napalm along the floor. So
yeah, that was. I remember that. I remember that change. That was the day I put that away and tried something else and got Galawan, I think.
Whoa! What do you mean tried something else? No, hold on. If you were a Titan, like you say you are, and you had the Dragon's Breath, then you should have also had the Taikonaut, and the Taikonaut and the Dragon's Breath. And I know I'm giving
the Titan has the helmet, correct?
Yeah, and I know I'm giving Titans credit. Don't give me crap about it, but it's true that I think the Taikonaut and the Dragon's Breath is probably one of the best exotic combinations Destiny's ever made. When you can fill an entire arena with flaming napalm and still have full heavy, that's insane.
When you put it like that, that explains why I love solar grenade builds so much now.
Yeah. But no, it was ridiculous, guys. And I know a lot of you haven't played Destiny 1, and I know I've brought it up before, but it really is.
You had to be there. That was the kind of deal.
So well. You can go back and play D1, and I think they haven't nerfed either one of them, so you can still technically do it. Yeah. But yeah,
good luck.
I think
finding people in that game is hard.
I think Peroty and I were talking about this last week, that with exotics dropping in Destiny 1, you always remembered where you were, where you got it from. Mm-hmm. It was a magical kind of deal. Now with the exotics being thrown at you all the time, it's very hard to kind of pinpoint where you got that from or where that came, where it dropped from. So there was a kind of magic to Destiny 1 when it first came out.
That was, I love doing. You ever seen those videos on YouTube during that time? Like, people do like exotic Ingram openings, kind of like they were a loot box.
Yeah.
I used to love watching those and seeing somebody pull like a Noah and Beyond, wishing I had it. I still have not to this day gotten it. I have not gotten it to this day. It's one of maybe 5.
You can still go back and get it if you want. I'm sure.
I don't want to pay the $60 again plus the DLCs because I had it on 360 and I play on the newer consoles. So
fair enough. Yeah, because they stopped just before Rise of Iron for the 360s, didn't they?
Yeah, they stopped right before Rise of Iron, and then that's the reason I bought the Xbox One. And then I was like, I'm not paying for the whole game again. Are you crazy?
Yes, but that has no bearing on this conversation.
Yeah. I went back and bought the 360 version, even though I had the Xbox One version, because my friend didn't have an Xbox One to play Destiny with him on the 360. That's how mad I was.
That's because you're rolling in cash. It's different for me.
No, he's rolling in kids. It's the other K word.
Kids, yes, kids, not cash.
All right.
And yes, people, cash isn't spelled with a K. I know, it was part of the joke. Anyway, we're a Titan main. He should have talked a lot about playing hunters.
Yes.
And I thought initially you were a hunting main because of how much you talked about hunters.
I will never forget doing things on Titans. However, I think Titans have lost their ability to have fun. They've nerfed pretty much any type of actual simply easy build, mainly grenade ones.
We got.
I
Micah
won't go.
2.0.
I won't go a Micah moment, but I'm just there it is. I have watched the Micah rant. It is. I can agree on some of the things he said.
I just had another one this past week when I didn't show up for the show. Because he watched the changes, and he's legit like, I installed Destiny. I'm like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. Now he's playing a Pokemon game that he sent me a gift code for because he wants me to play with him. And yeah, no, it's.
I played it all day yesterday. I haven't slept because of that game.
Dude, like.
It's so good.
Look, I'm getting, 30-second tangent. I played the game for 10 minutes, died twice immediately. It was crazy. Anyway, back to the show. But yeah, no, Micah's done. After the Titan changes, he said he's done. Until they change things back to make it fun, it's not even on his machine anymore.
Lightfall will make him come back, as it's going to make me come back.
I haven't seen anything this week, and I've seen snippets of light something coming. Not Lightfall. It's something else.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I saw somebody talk about that on Twitter.
Whatever
it is. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it either. It's a free DLC or something that's being dropped like mid-season or whatever, I think.
Yeah.
The wishes that they're shoving in to say, oh, we need to figure out what to do with these next couple of months.
Pretty much. I'll go look up, see what it's.
It's in the TWAB. It's all right. We can get there when we get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. But I haven't seen that, and I'm really looking forward to that. I saw some armor. Some of the armor looks really good. The other armor looks like a freaking clown, and I'm not happy about that.
I like clowns.
Well, you oh my god, what a Squirrel moment. You were talking to your guest, now you kind of diverged straight onto the
we were talking about stuff that's coming. It's still part of the show and still talking to him, I think.
I never seen this in the edited versions. I like it.
He was in the room at the same time when words were spoken, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
I was getting to the point that, because I missed things, I brought him on as to kind of, help lead me for like the first takes and whatnot, because and he's funny, so I wanted to see how he would do in person. But
whoa, don't get ahead of yourself. Me funny? Mm-mm.
Okay, well, chaotic. I find chaos funny, so tomato potato.
Making me blush.
Before we get too far into this Night Demon, I do have some follow up that Noble provided for me this week about our curiosity about where the Nightfall ciphers had come from. Apparently, the heroic coil. They dropped from doing a heroic coil successfully, so that's why I had Nightfall ciphers that I could not figure out where they came from because I had not run a Grandmaster Nightfall.
Don't let him fool you. You had a reply on Twitter about 3 days prior to that I replied to, thinking that you would see it as well. And then he came and put it in the chat to you, and you were like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "Noble, somebody did tell him on Twitter about 2 or 3 days ago." And you went, "Don't take this away from me." I went, "Okay, I'm not, but I am now."
When Twitter broke TweetDeck and the APIs for every good app.
You said you would uninstalled it.
Twitter. Well, I mean, Twitter exists, but I don't look at it nearly as much.
Actually, Twitter doesn't even exist anymore.
I'm gonna still call it Twitter. Calling it X just sounds dumb.
It's still Twitter. I hate to break it to him.
It's Twitter. It's if you've ever played Overwatch, the same thing as like the McCree thing.
Okay, so who first gave us the answer that wasn't Noble?
I'm gonna have to look on X. Hang on a second.
No, X is not going to give it to you.
I hate that so much.
Give it to me.
all I hear is the DMX song every time someone mentions his X, and I'm like, no,
not wrong. I never put those two together.
Yeah, no, that's the only connection I make to X.
Mm-hmm.
Not even like the movie Triple X or whatever, like that.
Nope.
No, because Vin Diesel.
Not a little bit because this is a.
Hey, Vin Diesel's not that bad. He makes some good movies.
No,
Respawn.
Vin Diesel is a good person,
Respawn.
and he's a D&D nerd, and I appreciate that. But
don't turn your back on family.
The 19,000 movies that my wife always watches for the damn race car shenanigans gets old.
Need for Speed?
No, he doesn't do Need for Speed. He does,
Fast and Furious. Sorry,
yeah,
same
that
thing.
nonsense.
Really.
Quick in the upset.
When they came out with Fast and the Furious 29, still old, still racing, I was done.
It's still good.
Anyway,
you can't beat Tokyo Drift.
To answer your question, it was Lionheart1399 over on X Twitter.
Well, thank you, Lionheart and Noble, for getting into us in multiple places because I'm not smart enough to look at all of them.
No,
good. So see, people do listen and they answer the questions when we're old and confused, and that makes me happy.
You're not old. You're just fun aged. Like
I'm
wine.
just confused.
So Don is making a comment about the exotics because we were talking about how rare they are, and he says Bungie needs to stop, giving us an exotic every season because people complain about they don't have enough exotics, and then Bungie gives it to us, and now people are complaining that exotics aren't exotic, and it's like,
I mean,
yeah, no, I totally get it.
it's true, but also at the same fact, there was a lot of gatekeeping in Destiny 1 that you can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean,
Correct.
the only exotic I remember, to your earlier point, is the Galahorn, and that's only
Yeah.
because I missed it the first time Zer sold it, and then
Mhm.
I did not obtain it until he sold it again 3 years later, a
I was
week
the same
before
way.
they nerfed it.
The alternative was Dragon's Breath, but it wasn't nearly as good as the other one, so most people
But I
just wouldn't do it.
But I'm also a hunter, so I couldn't do Dragon's Breath, Although,
That's true.
to be fair, back then I did
mean,
play
I'll
all
give him that.
classes.
It just took
You-
skill without the
could.
Titanot.
Yeah, you
No,
were able
but,
to
like-
equip it and fire it.
See,
It's not
his
like
problem
it's not like he
just
was
playing a hunter.
incompatible.
That's the issue here. It's not that he doesn't have,
but it wasn't as good, man. It's like having sweet tea without the sugar, Could you have it? Sure. Is it any good? Not really.
That's
I mean-
a hot take if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm Southern.
Same as me.
There is no tea
Georgia
besides
born and
sweet tea,
raised.
right?
Yeah, I've had like half the damn jar of sugar, but I enjoy some like unsweet tea from time to time.
Yeah, maybe if it's mixed with lemonade to make like an Arnold Palmer, but straight up unsweet tea? Nah, bro. That's psychopath talk right there.
I'm guessing I'm a psychopath.
Well,
Welcome
yeah,
back
clearly.
to Tea Chat.
Yeah.
Three teas and a
Yes.
coffee. Welcome back this week.
So, did you immediately move from Destiny 1 into Destiny 2? Or
Pretty much, yeah.
okay.
I played obviously right before Rise of Iron went away. I never played Rise of Iron. To this day, I haven't played it. So Wrath of the Machines will be interesting. I went and played
that
the
was
Destiny 2
probably some of the
beta,
best
so I
ones,
actually
too,
paid
though.
for the game and its DLCs when the Warmind and the Mars one came out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they released it free, and I played it when it fully released. So I went from right before Rise of Iron to Destiny 2, off the bat.
So, of the Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 seasons,
hmm
like both of them, you don't have to pick one or the other, but, what would you think is your favorite season? And if you can't pick one, then what was your favorite season from each Destiny game?
I'm a bit confused. I don't remember Destiny 1 having seasons, or am I just?
Well, you know what I mean, but like Rise of Iron, Siva, things like that. The
He
different.
didn't know what you meant, so that's why you had to clarify it.
Okay,
I
but
see.
whatever the hell we call it back
I mean,
then.
like eras in time versus seasons in Destiny 2, correct?
Yeah, or DLC. I
expansions.
guess we
I
can
think
call
that's
it
the word
just
you're looking
DLCs
for.
back then, right? Because that's all it was just.
He's
different
looking for
DLCs.
some kind of words.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of DLC's era, I think the Taken King was my most fun because I got to play with the actual raiding part of the game. And then Destiny 2, hot take. I think that Season of the Chosen was pretty good. It was my favorite of all time. Some of the best guns I still use today.
So I know what happened in the Taken King, but what was the Season of the Chosen again? What
That was
one
when we
about?
had Keitel and the when we had Crow get. Well, I think that wasn't Crow when it got the Bollock's Ghost shot, was it? Oh my God,
Yeah,
I
no,
have to
it was the
remember.
beginning of
It
that.
was season
when Crow
13. I
takes
remember the
Zavala.
number, but I can't remember
Yeah.
what the story was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Oduello and that one SMG. I forgot what it's called.
I think
That was
story wise though,
was good.
and and this is gonna sound controversial because it's where Cade dies, right? And
Yeah.
although that was a huge blow to me and my community, right? The story I think was really good that led up to that point. With the whole we thought that she was dead, but she really wasn't. But we didn't know that she wasn't, but we thought that she was still alive because the darkness was pretending to be her and they corrupt. I mean, the whole thing up to leading to Cade's death. And then even Cade's death itself. He went out like a baller, you know what I mean? Even at the last
Absolutely.
moment, he's like, any last words? Cade still was being Cade, and it's just like, how's your
I still think to this
sister?
day that Cade should have
Right?
died at the end of the DLC and not the beginning. There should have been more time.
I think Cade shouldn't have died at all.
Well, I mean, somebody had to sell copies of Destiny 2 faster, so he had to go down with the ship, unfortunately.
Zavala, I'd be okay with it. Ooh, wait, hold on. No, that's
This-
Yeah,
this
can't
tells
have
the-
drug-
Bad
drug-
timing.
This just tells us that
So-
hunters are expendable. That's all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wow! Excuse
Hey,
me?
I've seen
Mr.
hunters die
Titans
more
can't
in
do
any
anything in
activity.
raids?
We had one warlock, we had one hunter, and we have like 16 titans, and we're like, nope, gotta get rid of the hunter. Clearly, can't spare a
Yeah.
titan. The collective IQ is needed to run the city.
Bungie needs to put a
the
statistics
Titans
out for
are
deaths per
lacking in that,
character
so that
class.
can't be it.
That's what I'm saying. You need a lot of them to make up for the lack of IQ.
Oh, processing power. I got you. Okay. All right.
We need a Bungie report on player deaths versus like per class, so we can see that hunters obviously die more. They're more
Well,
expensive.
yeah, because there's so many more hunters playing. So ipso facto, you know.
No. There's like
just
no
by sheer numbers, of course that's going to be true.
Nobody plays hunter.
Don't inflate the numbers, man. Come on, what's wrong with you?
Just in trials.
Just in trials, yeah. Or no, it's Titans now, isn't it? That's like the
it's
go-to now.
Titans, yeah.
No, it's not.
Is it not? I haven't played in like a couple seasons or like 2 seasons, so I don't know.
By doing that, I mean True Vanguard did a video this week trying to go flawless on the worst subclass in Destiny, and at one point shared the numbers, which I assume is coming from Trials report about the percentage of subclasses playing, and how it's all hunters all the way down.
I mean, I think they have the rules. I mean, there's got to be one Titan on at least to each team for the obvious like overshield and the fact that you just provide so much of like defensive wise. Hunters have so much vertical movement that it makes it hard for me to hit them. If you go in the air, I've lost you. I don't know where you're at anymore.
Are you console?
I am, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, console. It's really hard to keep up with hunters on console.
My computer
but at
will
the
turn
same
into
time,
a bomb if I try to run Destiny.
But at the same time, even when you're on PC, even though you can probably keep up better with a hunter on PC because you have the mouse and whatnot, you also have the sweatier level of players. So even if you can, quote, keep up, good luck, right? So that's how I feel about it. I hate PC lobbies, and I'm a PC gamer, so woe is me.
Just buy an Xbox, dog. It's better over here anyways.
I have one in the closet over there. I thought my wife sold it until I went to look for something in my closet, but no, it's still there, along with my PlayStation. I don't even know. It's not a 5. It's
1.
like a 4 or a 3. No, it's not a 1. I have one just because I like Final Fantasy games, but that ain't it.
I have a PlayStation 2, but it's broken. The disc tray is shattered.
Oh,
well, don't put coffee in it, you dummy.
Well, I thought it would get hot enough to cook it.
Well, that's true. Can't argue that fact.
So, Coffee, you were saying that you got into Destiny with like Vault of Glass. So, with the raids in Destiny 2, what were your kind of? I assume that you've played all of them. Am I assuming right?
Yes, I have played all of them.
Which one is your favorite?
Still to this day, Deepstone Crypt. I think it's the easiest to explain to newbies, and it sets them up for mechanical skill over just cheesing everything.
Beautiful. Say it's beautiful. Say it.
It has overrated music.
I didn't say the music. I said
that
it was
controversial.
Beautiful.
It is controversial. I know. I think it's overrated.
Well, Bungie
I think King's Fall and Protoss has the better music.
I didn't say the music. I said say it was beautiful, you noob.
And at that point, Garden of Salvation has better atmosphere. I think each raid does this own thing. But out of all of my things, Deepstone is the most fun. I have the most fun there.
Okay.
Replying to Reon's 13, he says that dropping Galley in D1, he remembers dropping Galley in D1 after he played the worst match of Crucible ever. He had 2 kills, countless deaths, and here's your Galley. But the thing is that's how it worked in D1, right?
Yeah, but
so if you're a D1 veteran,
he remembers exactly where he got it from.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's how it worked. The worst player on the team in said activity got the exotic.
Not always.
I don't know if that's not entirely true, but it definitely seemed like it.
That's the ones that you remember by far.
I mean, if that were going by that point, I've carried more people through raids in Destiny 2, and they've always gotten the exotics in their first try, and I haven't. So at that point,
Or, Micah's, that's so infuriating. Look, I don't know how long you've been listening to the show, but every event I bring Micah in, whether it be raid, dungeon, or whatever, he gets the exotic first, second, or third try, and it's infuriating.
I have a friend like that. I've ran him through every raid so far, and first try every single time he's gotten the raid exotic. I am missing 3 exotics in raids, and it's because he's gotten them first before me.
I hate people like that,
It's just,
am I jealous?
It is
Absolutely.
what it is. Should I be happy for them? Yes. Am I angry still? You darn right I am.
I'm not even happy for him. I'm legit just angry at him and for him.
You gotta be happy about it. You took him through the raid, man.
Says who?
You're like he's like your little Padawan, right? You got to take him through and teach him the mechanics. You got to be happy that he got his
Good luck
red
telling him that.
color.
He thinks he's God's gift to Destiny.
Yeah, then you got to remind him that you're teaching him the raid.
Yeah, well, there's no reminding him. One day you should play with him and then come back to me after that. Let me know if you can tell him anything.
I might just do that.
So, Coffee, are you taking a break at this point in time with Destiny,
Yes.
or okay?
Getting burnt out mostly. Not enough content to keep me hooked on.
So, what would keep you kind of engaged in playing the game now?
I don't think there's really anything specific. It's just that I've been playing Destiny for so long without stopping that the only things that I kind of enjoyed about Destiny have kind of just died off a bit. So there's not really much to keep me going. Like raiding, obviously, and I used to love hunting down god rolls. Crafting kind of ruined that a little bit. There are some guns you can still go for it, but let's be honest, craftable ones are the best ones. That's why they're like that.
No, what were you saying? Hunting down what?
Like red borders, like god rolls on crafted weapons. Hunting them down was
god rolls. Oh,
yes, I love grinding like countless hours in an activity and getting that perfect roll. Retold Tale, getting that roll, blinding or doing the blind well repeatedly. That was fun. I like that.
The blind well's okay. I like the blind well a lot.
It's
I don't
bad
like that new
now,
activity though.
but when it came out, it was fun.
What are your thoughts on the new activity? Because I don't like it, and everybody else but me seems to like it, and I don't get it.
Like the one that's involved with the blind well, or what?
Yeah, well, not the one that's involved in the blind well. The
coil. The coil.
Yeah, that one. The coil.
I haven't played much. I played like 2 of it because I saw how the traps were. I tried it and died like 8 times to a spike that was nowhere near me.
And then you have to buy your revives, and like we went in there for an hour, and in the end, our last guy ended up dying, burnt our last revive, and we had to stop after an hour. Man,
it is like that. The crazy part is that I've died to the traps more than enemies, just because of how they're crazy hitboxes sometimes.
Yeah, I like traps in a dungeon. Don't get me wrong, where you don't have to count your revives, but putting this many traps in a place where you have to buy revives, although I get why they did it, it makes it more difficult. To me, it's also infuriating. It's not fun. It's not challenging.
Artificial difficulty is just not. It's just a lazy way of making games. Let's be honest here.
What he said.
More enemies does equal harder.
Yeah, and one the fact that both of our activities this season is the same activity.
Yeah.
Riven's Lair and the Coil is the same thing. One you just can loop, and one you can't, and one there's pots to shoot and things to collect.
How they added I think it's the Riven's one where you can add like actual modifiers as you play more. I wish they would have done that with Seed of the Deep though.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. We have this until whatever the new.
It's just my
drop
boring
whatever
Destiny player, bias. Kind of talk.
I mean, as a Destiny player, you should have the bias because you're, playing the game.
But you can't blame the employees too much. They're working their best.
Okay.
Don't give me that.
No. I'll give you that. They're doing what they can with what
it's
they
hard
got
to keep track of a community that's so decisive. This is like working with 3 different types of players kind of moment. You can't help them all. It's just impossible.
Yeah. And then, like you said, the dichotomy of everything. It's like, exotics aren't exotic anymore. But wait, I want an exotic this season. But wait, we need more content. But wait, there's too much content. I mean, for some people, especially for new players, they get overwhelmed because sometimes they think there's too much content. Not us veterans, obviously. But, there's a dichotomy. No matter what Destiny does, somebody's going to be unhappy. And that's just how it is.
Yeah, there's nothing you can really do about that. You can't blame the developers on that, obviously, because they're doing what they can. They wouldn't be a Bungie employee unless they cared. They wouldn't work the job unless they cared.
Yeah, but saying that, if the exotics weren't just kind of thrown at you, there wasn't kind of an avenue to go to lost sectors and get a rotation of exotic armor pieces, or that you couldn't go to the Vex Incursion to go and get X, Y, and Z. You don't go and play your 3 rotations each week to get the 3, 6, 9 exotics. So if that wasn't in the game and you actually had to chase exotics by doing Nightfalls, randomly getting at the end of a Gambit match or a Crucible match, or going and playing raids and dungeons for a chance to get like the raid exotic plus maybe an exotic 2 drop, would that not entice people to play more like they were in Destiny 1?
You guys remember when certain Nightfalls had specific drops? There was one when that one Nightfall came out that scout rifle was like 0 power for like a week straight, and everybody was rushing to the Nightfall to get it before they patched it. That right there should show something that people are willing to do stupid amounts of things for just a cool drop.
Yeah, but the
exclusive.
problem with that is Bungie hates fun. So anything that we find fun, they nerf immediately. And I'm not. Titans. No, I mean you laugh, but look what happens. Look at all the bugs that infuriate us that still exist. Look at all the bugs that we enjoy that were nerfed immediately. This is not a hot take. This is a statistical proven fact, dude. You know?
Oh, absolutely. I mean that Triumph bug should have been fixed on like week 1 when you can't get out of the Triumph menu by pressing B or whatever your backspace is on a PC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just say, where does that bug stand in
I think
the background? No one shows it for the vendors.
I don't know.
Wait, there's a bug in Trials, guys? Did y'all know that? I didn't know that.
Wait, they don't have bugs?
I mean,
when does that happen?
Bungie devs, by the way. Yeah.
If there was scarcity in the game, I feel that players, even though they've done the story, they've played Crucible, they've done everything. You know, they've got all their god rolls, but they're still missing like X, Y, and Z exotics, or like you were saying, like Nightfall specific stuff. People would go and play it. They would log in each week, try their luck, and maybe go and play something else. But they would still come back each week. They wouldn't kind of get to the point where they're burnt out because they know that the avenues are kind of all dried up for that week. So they've gone, you know what, I've played my lot this week. Maybe I'll play a bit of Crucible. Maybe I'll play a bit of Gambit and randomly get a drop. But if not, I can go off and play Call of Duty. I can go and play Fortnite, whatever. But then at the reset next week, I'll be back to see and test my luck then.
I think I can absolutely agree with you on that too. Because do you guys remember when they added exotic exclusive to Lost Sectors? Yeah, the Legend and Master ones. Those were fun.
Oh yeah.
Those are still fun to me. I still like going in there just to play them.
I'll do it. It's a challenge, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah, well, not even that. Obviously, it's just that I'm getting a drop that I can't get anywhere else. I mean, obviously, you can now with Vix incursions and such, but at the time when they released it as a feature, I was like, "Oh, this is super cool." I have a thing where I have a reason to go and do these things now. The things I haven't touched in like 2 years, I'm able to do them now for a reason. Do it for everything. Gambit, Vanguard, Crucible.
I don't mind that the Legendary and the Master Lost Sectors are there, but I think that it should have been changed for the fact that, say, I've got my Actium War Rig, and I've got the Heart of Innermost. Is it the Heart of Innermost Fire? Or sorry, just say that
I'm flame or something like that.
Light. Even I know that, you noob.
No, but just say that.
Nobody uses that thing really.
But just say that I've got 2 chess pieces, exotic chess pieces for my Titan. I'm missing all of the other ones. I have to go and play the game to go and get the other ones, to then be able to go to the Lost Sectors to go and farm for different roles of the ones I currently have, which is a higher chance at maybe getting different roles of different higher drops and things. It would still make people go, right, well, I've got the armamentarium, but I want a different role on it. I know that today that chess pieces are up. I can go and farm that because I've got X, Y, and Z. I've got like 2 or 3 that I can go and farm. If it does drop at the end of it, it's guaranteed to be 1, 2, or 3. I mean, it lessens as the more chess pieces that you get, or helmets and arms and things like that. But it would still give people a chance to go in and get re-rolls of it, a bit like we had with Glass Needles when Xur turned up, that you could go and
Glass Needles.
Those things that you could get from Xur to re-roll your exotics, and you could only do X, Y, and Z. I think you could only do it like 2 or 3 times a week, couldn't you? Or
like however many or something. I can't remember too well.
It was definitely severely limited. And even then, you would re-roll it going, this could be better, this could be garbage. Let's roll the dice and find out.
I still go to Xur and spend like 5 random rolled exotics just because I want to see what happens.
See, at least that way, that if you did get another exotic to drop, you could compare it and go, right, well, this one that I've currently got is better than that one. So I'll, like you do kind of now, but
or
you would
just
kind
keep
of
it for any reason. I mean, it just gives you something.
But yeah, they've got to. I think they've got to kind of either they've got to change the way that they're doing Destiny 2, or if they do a Destiny 3, they've got to think about what was good in Destiny 1 that kept the player base coming back, even though we didn't have constant seasons, we didn't have constant DLC. Sorry,
Takenot.
But you know what I mean. They've got to take. I think they've got to take the best from Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
You know when they used to have it where it was 1 exotic during this after the season pass, and then they spread like 3 different exotic armor pieces per class.
Yeah,
What if they did the same thing for activities instead of exotic, legend lost sectors and such?
Wait, what? I missed something, huh?
Okay, so like earlier we were saying how it could be exclusive to activities, right? They could do it like the way they do it with Legend Lost Sector armor pieces per season. They used to drop one per character every season or so, and then they stopped doing it recently. And a weapon for the season owners. If they added something on top of that, or even just something smaller into other activities for a reason to go in there, like I'll never touch Gambit. I'll never do it. I'll do it when they figure out to give me a reason to do it, but I'll do it at some point.
I'll give you a reason.
Yeah, give me a reason. Give me a reason to want me to put me through that pains sludge or whatever.
It's not. It's really good fun.
It is. It's just again burnt out of it. No reason.
Breakneck. Breakneck is a fantastic auto rifle.
Yep.
Yeah, but like gnawing hunger.
No, Breakneck.
Gnawing hunger is a different. That's a void, dude. This is a kinetic. Apples, oranges, homeboy.
Yeah, well, I like pears.
And this guy was saying he didn't have any content before he came on the show. He's like, I don't know what I can add.
I'm running off like 4 or 5.
No, but there's like a lot of info that you're giving, dude. Like a lot of insights. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I'm trying to keep in my little excitement from being on the podcast alone. Trust me.
You'll get over that quick.
Yeah.
Kicks me.
But what I do, the one thing that I loved about Destiny 2, and they canked it, was the pinnacle weapons every season, dude. Like those were the best things ever.
Yeah, I had a friend get in an argument with me over that. He was saying how the power level changes made no sense. The ones where basically power level doesn't matter anymore.
Well,
and I said the only reason I still played every single.
I'm an advocate for that.
I think it gave me a reason to get on Destiny though. Every season I got on just to get that level a little higher. And they got rid of that, and another thing that's gone from my reason of playing Destiny, and I'm here today of like, I could play some Crucible, or I can keep my sanity. I'll take the section option.
Or you can sit and watch enough TDT and think to the point going, maybe I could actually go play some competitive and actually do okay. You're watching him deleting everything off his character and like basically starting from scratch. Or you're watching Ascend to Nomad.
That takes a strong person to do that. I'm gonna say
right. Or I was watching Ascend to Nomad stream the other night, and he was just setting up private lobbies, and basically with strict rule sets like running green weapons and green armor, or blue blue weapons and blue armor.
I used to love doing those with friends,
like setting that stuff up, and I'm like watching this going, I do enjoy some Crucible. Maybe
better than Phil Winters. I stand on top of that.
No natty narkers for anyone. But yeah, like you're watching this going, because I really haven't, other than Iron Banner, haven't really played a lot of Crucible. And I used to go and at least into competitive every season. Not that I'm going to, hit Ascendant to do well, but just at least to go in and go after those weapons. And yeah, like the seasonal chase for the weapons, that's part of why I would spend all the time in the playlist, getting every seasonal weapon, getting the ornaments for them. And those last couple just haven't been that exciting. The Chivalric Fire Sword this season and whatever it was last season. Like I have them, and I think the Vanguard's always one that's real iffy. That's always the one where I definitely get the weapon. I don't necessarily go around a second time. But even these last couple seasons, I'm going, do I care enough to do this again? Do I want to play enough Nightfalls for? Yeah, no, and that because now without the power grind, that's sort of the chase for me is getting those unlocked.
Well, if you haven't used Warden's Law yet, you gotta the newer one. I mean,
yeah, I've got one. It's in the vault.
Get one with like a frenzy or something, or a frenzy and 4 times the charm. So fun on like.
I mean, I've heard of that gun before, right?
Oh yeah, but using it with like 4 times the charm like a champion is satisfying. Just never running out of bullets.
But I mean, I have the Warden's Law. I don't have the new version. Is it actually okay? So what makes it good though?
So I personally couldn't tell because I never used the original. I never played during that time. I kind of quit or took a break at least. But I can say that it's basically the same thing, although it has different perk pools and there's an adept version.
That's the one where they turned it into the whole heavy burst.
Yeah, it's 2 bursts. I think. 2 bursts.
Yeah, hard hitting 2-round bursts.
The only 2 bursts in the game, but it's really good because, as you know, with I think it's overload hand cannon or is it unstoppable? I can't remember. Right now with the season, this has. Yeah, or like I'm just saying, like in general, the unstoppable overload hand cannon right now, it's so satisfying to just never run out of bullets when stunning them because you have 4 times the charm and frenzy.
Oh,
nice!
Oh, I didn't think about that for people.
Yeah, you just in lucky pants, like you said, add some more damage on that champion.
Yeah, And once again, guys, Lucky Pants works for both of your hand cannons. If you have a primary and a secondary, you get 2 timers, 2 different damage buffs. It's not a one freaking thing for everything. Like people. Anyway.
Hand cannons. We are not the same.
No, I mean, not you guys, but like people reach out, they're like, Lucky Pants only has 1 timer, and if you swap, the timer goes away. No, it's got a timer for, your primary,
know that.
and it's got a timer for your secondary. And you can literally just keep swapping between the 2 hand cannons to keep that damage buff going. Trust me!
What about your third and dairy?
Yeah, could you get a heavy hand cannon there?
Don't say things like that, then Bungie's gonna make one.
We're gonna need one that just shoots like an orbital cannon out of its like a barrel.
Or hear me out.
A heavy shotgun and a heavy bow.
What
The
if
heavy
we
hand cannon's just coming.
Ooh, I like your idea. I like what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what, Peroty? What'd you say, Peroty? I'm sorry. I was upset at the fact that he said heavy hand cannon. What'd you say?
If we already have a heavy shotgun and we have a heavy bow, the hand cannon is not far.
No, it's far. Mm-hmm. It's impossibly far. It should never be.
They said that with the sidearm that shot rockets. Just saying.
That thing is beautiful.
Yeah, but a sidearm that shoots
so
rockets
fun.
is actually fun.
That's what you tell me. You shoot
by its definition, it's not fun. And I know this is coming from a hunter, but I hate hand cannons. Okay?
A hunter saying no hand cannons in a heavy slot. This is revolutionary.
No,
this is unheard of.
I can't stand hand cannons. And yes, it is because I can't aim. And yes, it is because I'm jealous. And no, I do not care.
I keep forgetting you're streaming, so it sounds like you're just talking to yourself sometimes.
I am talking to myself. I'm streaming?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh.
Same experience when he doesn't stream. Same idea.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Pretty sure I should be offended by that.
No, it's okay. You hunters are okay. We've been, taking It's all right.
Squirrel!
Oh, so speaking about being okay, I just realized I forgot to buy the dragon emote when it was available, and now I can't complete my dragon persona.
You can get it with silver.
Games
where?
1 star.
How PG is this show? Because I know you bleep out some stuff.
I mean,
it's very PG.
You've been
at
least 3 times so far.
Did I?
Let's go.
No, coffee.
He's talking to me. Okay. I try to dim now because I know you get angry. We need to bleep it out.
Look, I have to listen back, so I do it manually. I used to write it down, and then it got so complicated because of timing, and I was like, I'll just listen back. It's fine.
So anyway, we actually have a TWAB for the first time. Actually,
yeah, I got it pulled up.
I was going to say into that, but I didn't hear your answers last week about the whole. If y'all even responded to the,
we didn't.
Who
I cut
would
it
win
out.
in a civil war.
I cut it out because I thought it doesn't. It's not fair if you're not here to kind of help us go through it and basically tell us that we're wrong, and it's the hunters. So,
well, I don't think that you're wrong per se, as long as you don't pick Titans, right? There's an argument for hunters. There's an argument for warlocks. Titans are just fodder, right?
So explain the question again, because I did cut it out last week.
Okay,
it was a bit too long on the phone.
So the point is we had a question for the show, and the question was, in a civil war, like you have a band of hunters, a band of warlocks, and a band of Titans, right? Or an army of each, not a band. So if they were to all versus each other, who would win, and why do you think that? Right? And real answers, not because Hunter Master Race best or whatever, right? No.
Well, if you think about it, the Titans would bubble up and turtle down and wait for the Warlocks and the Hunters to go at it, see who's kind of left, and then
but the
use whatever kind of they want to kill whoever.
I'm going to put my unneeded opinion. I think Warlocks will win. Warlocks are too smart and too destructive in terms of their abilities to let anything stand in the way.
No, but are we talking about Warlocks Destiny 1 Warlocks where they can self-res?
That's fair.
Or are we talking Destiny 2?
I think we'll go with Destiny 2 to keep it.
Yeah, let's stick with Destiny 2 since we're in this era. Yeah.
I think with the clip of Red Border of Ikora should pretty much tell you all you need to know.
Red Border Ikora?
No, the Red Border. The Red Border Ikora clip where she's supernovas like a ship from on top of it.
Oh.
Like the Red Border, right?
Yeah. I mean, Cade took out a whole ass army in a prison. So I mean,
yeah, but that's a gun. She has a nuke and multiple of them.
Well, no, she has the one, and then she has to recharge. Cade just
there is a clip somewhere where she's fired multiple.
Yeah, but Titans also have the same thing. Titan can do Thunder Crash. They could do exactly the same as a Nova Bomb.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they're just going to run you with giant green clap. crab claws and a giant banner on
But
their
at that
back.
point, I think Warlock would still top it because Warlocks are known to be smarter than most classes, right? While Titans are obviously the stronger willed, defensive, and obviously the Crown Eaters. While we got the Knife Munchers over here, which might throw a couple of dinky knives.
Yeah, but you're forgetting about a real important thing about hunters. Subversion.
Throw more knives?
Subversion. You know?
That's a big
You
word.
can't kill what you can't see, and by the time you see it, you're dead.
Look, I'm telling you,
That's
Titans
fair.
would just bubble up and and completely wait it out. If you come in the
but
bubble, they're wearing the helmet,
all
St.
we have to do
14.
is throw a tornado at your bubble, and your little bubble don't do jack.
No, but it depends on what kind of bubble it is. Because if it's a Zavala style bubble, it lasts forever and it can go for days.
Okay, and it can
If we're using like Cora as kind of
we'll
basis
just push you
for
off
all
a
of
ledge
this,
inside your bubble.
I can see why this got cut out now.
you
it's so
guys are
hard to
using
say.
like Cora and Cade and Zavala as kind of the basis for kind Cade could do this, or Cora could do that, but we can't do that in the game. You know, Osiris can do several different things as a warlock, but it doesn't make it that we can still do it. So you have to
So if we're going off the Guardian,
yeah,
I feel like I think Nightbeam has a point. There is just so much you can create so many bubbles that it will just be a physical wall. Even if you break one of them with your stasis
but that
tornado,
doesn't win a war. You just stop. And
it worked for China.
There's so
made a
many
giant
things
wall.
like. Well, did it though? Because that wall, if you look historically, Chinese people hate the wall because it's brought them
Mongolians
bad luck for many, many different reasons and many, many different conflicts. So the wall is actually a curse depending on who you talk to.
Is Saint 14 involved in this or not?
No.
Yeah, is there going to be enough headbutts to take out an entire army?
Because that man took on an entire race of AI aliens and beat them to death with their own corpses.
So I love that scene still to this day.
We had to go prevent him from dying, though. So
I think we can't actually answer this question because there's not enough parameters for this. It's not like
too many things.
Yeah, there's too many things for it.
Yeah,
well, like as an overview, right?
How many Shapebinders are involved? Sure. If everyone's frozen and then Nova bombed.
Look, I've seen videos where Destiny 2 players have bubbled upon bubbled upon bubbled across the map. They did it in Destiny 1 in Crucible.
In Destiny 2, though.
They did.
Not anymore.
You ever heard of Mayhem?
Exactly. Where are you taking the point of this kind of fight happening? Look, is this beginning of Destiny 2? Is it now in Destiny 2? Or is it in 6 months when they change the meta again? There needs to be some parameters.
Well, that's why I was trying to do an overview, like what we did on the phone that you cut out.
You can't.
It's like, so the Warlocks I don't think would win because they're like the planners. You know what I mean? They plan things. They're the intelligence kind of scenario, you know?
And that's never worked out for anybody.
No, absolutely not.
Oppenheimer would disagree. But, anyway.
Holy crap.
Okay, right. Let's just settle this argument. There are Titans and there are Hunters in this room, aren't there?
Pretty much. Let's
just go with Warlocks. We're going to go with Warlocks and just draw a line under it.
Shapebinders and Nova bombs for the win.
I don't believe that's true, though.
I mean, even if you put it anyway,
the argument that the Titans say that they'll bubble up, the Hunters will say that they're doing tornadoes and blade barrages.
But the bubbling up, you can do so many things to pop a bubble.
The bottom line is
in the bubble.
In classes, you got to cause mass destruction versus a wall of literal undestructible walls versus I throw knives and go invisible.
It is not indestructible, homeboy.
Yeah, but okay. In terms of the three classes, only thing good hunters are good for are running away and throwing knives. That's it. Let's be honest here.
Hunters currently have the highest DPS in the game.
Yeah, well, hunters also are terrible at living, so.
Yeah, but we're not talking about taking out a boss here. We're talking about surviving as an army.
We're talking about winning a war, and you know what? You take out the enemy, there's no one left to fight.
No, so far you've just taken down the bubble, but then the Titan behind me's put another bubble up.
I'm not shooting the blades out of the bubble. I'm
going
the
line under
the
it.
bubble.
Go with Warlocks.
Stasis tornado too bad. We have what's that? Boots for fucking that add sunspots to everybody else. There you go. No stasis here.
Yeah, but the Warlocks have a well.
Yeah, they do have a well.
And Shadebinder.
I think we can all agree that Warlocks and Titans will stand on top, and Hunters will figure out how to throw more knives eventually.
We don't agree that because Hunters would by far be the best. Highest DPS
that's just
and
biased,
subversion.
Let's be honest.
Look, subversion wins wars, right? Spies win wars.
If we're going with Destiny lore, it's the Titans because remember 6 fronts.
No.
or hear me out. The Titans and the Warlocks go, this is stupid. Let's just wipe the Hunters out and then we can live peacefully.
Yeah, there'll be no arguing after that.
Yeah, I think At that point, Warlocks and
Let's
Titans
just
would probably
join
join forces.
I mean, I kind of think that's what the Bungie studio did anyway.
Hell.
They joined up, Cade's alive, or Zavala's alive, Ikora's
do we
alive,
actually
and they
know
killed
if
Cade.
Cade, when he comes back during Lightfall, is going to become
He
the
doesn't
Vanguard again,
come
or is it
back.
Crow?
He's not coming back.
Well, he's like
either.
a light Star Wars-esque Phantom or something, right?
He's stuck inside the Traveler as like an antivirus for a computer. The Traveler used him for a last line of defense, which, if nothing else, should tell you Hunters would win because the Traveler picked the Hunter to protect it.
I've started.
By the way,
no, I think it has something to do with Crow. So
the Traveler grabbing.
I think
that's the Traveler grabbing a human shield. That's all I'm hearing.
Protector?
No, that's crazy.
If you're grabbing Cade to use him as a human shield, things have already gone wrong. That's not your first move. That's your last resort.
Yeah, but the fact that he picked a Cade as a human shield instead of an actual human shield in the form of a Titan and his bubble should tell you your bubble sucks.
Or it could have been
14 was busy.
Everything else died, and he was just the last choice and got picked last. It may just be that. How would you know? The DLC hasn't dropped yet.
No, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Bungie went, we need to get people to play the final shape. Let's get Nathan Fillion back. And then let's try and shoehorn a reason why Nathan Fillion is back and Cade's back. Oh, let's throw Crow through the portal. That's it. That's what happened.
Why are you saying that like it's a bad thing?
That's what was written on the whiteboard. Get Nathan Fillion back, get people to play because they love Cade. How do we get people to believe that he's back?
Why do they love Cade? Hold on. Why do they love Cade? Why don't they love Ikora?
Because Ikora's boring. She's like grandma.
Because Ikora hasn't done anything since she built a Stargate like 16 years ago because they forgot.
She wasn't part of Witch Queen. She was there during that, but
the reason why people like Cade is because of Nathan Fillion.
Because he's amazing.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
What? Because Cade's amazing. Sorry, what?
No, he could have played Zavala, and people would have loved Zavala.
Even after Nathan Fillion went away, we had at least a whole ass season where somebody else played Cade, and Cade was still amazing. So that is not a valid argument.
No, I think Nathan Fillion's version was way better.
The Hunters moaned that Nolan North took over and went, no, this doesn't feel right. No, I disagree.
This has been a debate that's been happening at least every 10 episodes on this show, and I love it every time.
Look, at the end of the day, people watch The Rookie for Nathan Fillion. People watch Castle for Nathan Fillion. People watch Firefly, Nathan Fillion.
I didn't know he was the Rookie.
He is the Rookie. He's Slacker.
Oh, you're talking about the cop show one now.
Yeah.
Something else. I thought I was going to the FBI show on like Netflix or whatever.
What about Serenity? We're just not going to bring up Serenity?
Well, I did. I said Firefly.
You said Firefly. Firefly and Serenity are two different things.
No, they're not.
One's a movie, one's a TV show.
It's the same story in the same cinematic universe.
Yeah.
But it's different names. Respect the name.
That's like saying the Resident Evil movies are part of the game.
They're not going to.
They're not.
It's the same world.
What?
The Resident Evil movies
he played the same character in Serenity, and people know Firefly.
Yeah.
And people know Serenity.
Do they?
I have no idea what shows you guys are talking about. Someone's going to keep out of this one.
Wow.
What do you want from me? You want to make up some BS about it or whatever?
Yes.
How old are you?
Okay, then Serenity wins every time. You guys are all wrong. Serenity wins. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Respawn's here just to tell us we're wrong and make stuff up as he goes along.
I got to be on. Okay, Respawn. You guys are all wrong. There should be Hunters in Serenity. There you go.
There is a Hunter in Serenity. It's Nathan Fillion.
Listen, people watch Cars 3 because of Nathan Fillion, obviously.
No, you can't play with me. No, he's not in Cars 3. You can't do that.
You just broke his brain when you said that.
No, you can't do that to me.
You can see physically, like, what? I haven't watched that. Why haven't I watched
think for a moment? Am I?
Apparently, he voiced Sterling. I have not seen Cars 3, but it's on his discography as Sterling.
Oh, Cars. You're gonna make me look this up now.
I don't know.
So whoever Sterling is in Cars 3, voiced by Nathan Fillion.
Oh my god, he does. What?
See?
I thought you were full of crap or whatever.
I don't think I've ever seen Cars 3 anyway.
Guardians of the Galaxies?
Well, that's your
Nathan
problem.
Fillion.
Yep, Nathan Fillion has been in
Guardians
of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3.
You're missing out on Cars.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't know who Sterling is. Oh, it's that Rust Bucket? I remember that. Okay. I know this is.
It's that Rust Bucket? That's rude and racist, sir.
I don't think that's... Is it?
I'm not sure that they've got the listing right on IMDb because they've got him down as Destiny 2 The Witch Queen. Now, I'm sure he hasn't come back for The Witch Queen, so unless they stuck him in somehow.
Most of what I'm like when I see Destiny 2 listed, it's either just Destiny 2 period full stop or it's Destiny 2 : whatever the last expansion is. Twitch was doing the same thing for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's just whatever the latest thing is they pull a listing from somewhere.
Rust Bucky is a slur. I apologize.
Jesus. Just said that to be funny.
People played Halo because of Nathan
Technically,
Fillion.
it is.
Nathan
Rust
Fillion.
Buckets and bucket heads are like metallic enemies in movies and stuff, you know?
If you guys want to giggle, look up
I'm
Epic
sorry,
Rap
not
Battle
even.
Master Chief versus Leonidas. That's pretty
He's
funny.
gonna have to cut all of that out I just said.
What? No, I
Versus
didn't hear
Nathan
you.
Fillion.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Nathan Fillion has done a lot of things.
Yes.
There's Nathan Fillion.
So Nathan Fillion would win in a fight, and he would win the day. The end. Moving on.
Yes.
And I love the way that he in the whatever program he's in, he sneaks in video game references to video games that he's worked on as well.
Oh, not just that, but in Castle, if you remember Halloween, his Halloween
don't.
costume was him
Cyborg Ninja?
from Serenity.
Yeah.
The outfit, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So-
But not from Firefly.
I hate you, Peroty.
2005 film.
I mean, is it a different outfit? Is it the same outfit? I mean, these are two different things. So I need to know which outfit was he wearing.
It's the same.
He doesn't
What?
know. He can't remember.
I
Serenity,
do. It's the
2005
same. I
film
just don't
from
want
the
to give
producers
Peroty
of
credit because
Buffy.
he's being on purpose, and he's not wrong. So it's infuriating.
Anyway, Nathan Fillion.
I think the
That was
episode this week
that was
should
a
just be
squirrel
called
moment
Nathan
and a
Fillion.
half.
Oh man.
Will it make it into the show? Will it all be edited out? Tune in later to find out.
Or until after the beep when it returns back or whatever he cuts this out probably.
You're gonna hear nothing but sped up audio tape and squirrels, and then
Yeah.
it'll come back to wherever we go to next.
Well, I was going to talk about Destiny again.
Oh
Funny
yeah, we
enough.
are on a Destiny show. I forgot about
Exactly. I know, Nathan Fillion is a kind of tangent of Destiny, but
that. Yes.
I was going to tell you about Destiny.
something that Peroty and I forgot to mention last week, which is kind of relevant going forward, is that we did our exotic mission last week to get our Wishkeeper bow and get the catalyst for it. And what you can do is you can open the chests and you can get all the catalysts all in one run. So if you need to, you do it on the normal version to get your bow. You run round to Mara and grab, I think it's about 3 or 4, isn't it, catalysts that you can grab from her.
I don't know.
Go off to the Dreaming City, shoot the little star locations in the Dreaming City. I think there's only 2 that you need to do, and the other 2 are in the exotic mission. But you can actually do all 4 all in one go without having to kind of leave that mission. But the other thing I did find out this week is that we had our friend Andy join us to do the exotic mission, and he'd only done like, he'd got the bow, he joined us for the first part, shot the star locations in the opening area, he then left, went to the Dreaming City, shot the other 2 star locations, rejoined us, and he got all of his catalysts done. And I thought that was quite a good thing that, it's
Nice.
not that you have to kind of do
Did
it all like 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can just open the chests as you go through to get the various different kind of strings. I think, isn't it? It's,
Is this a video? Because I need
What do you mean? Is this a video?
what you're describing right now. Because the week before last, I was carried. Not carried, but we did the legendary version of the catalyst 3 times.
Why?
And it never gave me any of the pieces to the catalyst because it was all parts to the mission, and it's not retroactive,
No.
Oh, you got to do the legendary for this. You got to do it for this. You got to do it for this. You got to do it for this.
The only thing that is retroactive is the challenge that came up this week to say that you had to do a legend, and mine automatically completed because I'd done it last week.
Right. No, that's fair, but my point is I did it 3 times, and I still don't have a single freaking piece to the catalyst because it didn't give them to me at all.
Okay. Well, what I will do is I will point you in the direction of watching Ibontus's videos, and he has all 4 catalysts. Watch the videos because they do kind of overlap where the chest locations are and the star locations. The only kind of advice
And
I
you
will
don't have
give
to
you.
do this in legendary, or do you do? Because you said you can do 2 outside legendary.
One
right?
run. Do you on your character have the 3 catalysts in your, like the Wish Ender, you had those 3 discs? Do you have the 3 catalyst quests in your character?
Quests.
If not, go
There
and
are
visit
3
Mara's
quests that Mara will give you
at the helm.
for each of the 3 catalysts, or 4 catalysts.
No, it does not look like I do.
Okay, so
Well, that's why you need to progress your quest. You need to pick those up. You need to have the
I
catalyst
progressed
on
it.
you.
I progressed it until it disappeared, and I didn't have it left because it transformed into the Abyss exotic mission, right?
Mm-hmm. And what
Oh,
does
no,
that
you mean the weekly quest?
The seasonal quest.
You need to get to a certain point of the seasonal quest to even do the mission.
Okay.
So
I don't know about the catalyst or anything.
Yep.
I believe that the first one is. It just says on Ibontis' videos. It says Wishkeeper Catalyst number 1 it says Terrance's Treasure, which is the secret chest. The second one is called Constellation Lock. The third one is called Constellation Pair, and the fourth one is Constellation Wish. So what you need to do is make sure that you've picked up all 4 of those from Marasav, and you will get them once you've got the starter bow. Once you've done that,
I'm on wishing all the best. Is where I'm at.
okay.
Complete the missions.
So you need to progress that mission. You need to progress that quest. You're at step 33 of 55 on wishing all the best. You need to continue to progress that quest through where it says go run it for the first time, and then you'll get to the point where it will send you to the Dreaming City to go shoot locations, and Mara will give you things.
So somebody else has got the bow, and they dragged you through the legendary version or something.
No, I was dragging them. Like I was the party leader, and I was doing it for myself, and they came to help me.
Okay, so you've got the bow, have you?
You showed up to the party without the VIP tickets to get into the back room.
No, he's got the bow. Okay, so you do need to go and visit Marasav, pick up the other 3 parts of the Catalyst quests.
She just gave me 2 things
which he's now just done. Yes, so those are the 2. You need to go to the Dreaming City to 2 different locations and shoot stars in the sky.
There's one in the Spine of Keris and one in.
I did that one. I did the Spine of Keris because it was a pain to find.
Yeah, and then there's another one in the Gardens of Vasilia.
With the constellation on you?
Yeah. No, I shot the constellation. I made a pretty picture in the sky. Yeah.
Yeah. So
but
only those.
You also had you had the constellation on your character as well, and it says now go into the exotic.
Yeah, that's how I knew
on legendary.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you've progressed those and shot all the those 2 locations on the Dreaming City, and then you've got your 4 kind of catalysts in your inventory to say, right, go and just do the legendary version. You only need to do 1 legendary version, and as long as you follow the guides to go and pick up the chests inside the mission, as well as going and shooting, I believe there's 2 star locations that you have to shoot in the mission. One is in the opening area up on a rock or like a big platform, and then there's another one that's kind of hidden as you kind of, I think it's after the second boss in the mission. But once you've done that, you get to the end, you complete it, it will just literally give you a wall of like text to say you've got all of these different things unlocked.
Okay.
So you only need to do it once.
I'm on the Gardens of Vasilia right now, Yeah.
So once you've done that, you'll be golden to go into mission, which is what I found was quite nice. And as I said, Andy was able to go into the mission, shoot the opening one, leave, go to the Gardens of Vasilia, shoot his kind of star locations there, go over to the Spine of Keris, shoot those, come back. We then got to the next location for him in the mission, finished out the mission completely, and then was able to get everything like us. So that was pretty cool.
Nifty.
Did you also cheese the boss by just standing on the ledge, not even starting the encounter and murdering him like we did?
Yeah, but Noble got a bit panicked. Noble wanted to see his health bar, so Noble jumped down. But I said to Noble, if you shoot the boss with the Wish Ender, not the Wishkeeper, the Wish Ender, through the wall, and he does the 3 different kind of locations. He does one in the middle, then he comes right up the front of you, and then he goes right down the back. I said, when he goes down the back, as long as you kind of, I mean, you can blink away at him for quite a while until he spawns some enemies in. Once you've kind of spawned those enemies in, take those out, and then jump down, you'll be able to see kind of his health bar is like, not even as big as a thumbnail, basically. Just like minute, and then you can just finish him off.
I was with you, Noble, because Nadim and I were just blinking away at him with the Wish Ender and seeing damage numbers But then I got to the point,
bar.
where I got to the point where I said, let me just jump down just to make sure like the encounter has actually started and we're actually doing damage and we don't have to start this all over again. And I did that, and he had like 3 shots left. Like he was basically dead by the time I jumped down. So yeah, absolutely works. You don't need the bar on the final boss. Just stand up on the ledge, just run around the pools up top because they never go away, and you can just shoot through that window. Until some week when Bungie's gonna put a solid rock wall in that window and ruin the fun.
I will preface this.
Moderator.
I will preface this if you can kind of do this ASAP, because I do know that there's an upcoming patch on Tuesday, which they did reference a couple of weeks ago to say that they were going to do some of the adjustments to game modes and things. So don't be shocked if they kind of sneak in this. Oh, now we've kind of completely blocked it off, and you actually have to do it properly. So get this in before kind of before it's too late, basically, because they will do something. They'll stop the kind of cheese because they don't like cheeses, as Respawn says.
They're going to just put a big piece of plywood in game with a big frowny face over that window.
Well, no, what probably the best thing to do is if they take away the 2 kind of pools that you can still stand in that are behind you without having to jump down and jump in the 2 different pools. So if they take those away, people have to go down. And if you haven't got strand on you, then you can still strand back up. But yeah, maybe it's like, if you go back up, it kind of respawns you back down the bottom or in the actual boss room. It's what they used to. You remember that? I can't remember the name of the stripe, but the one on Venus in Destiny 1, where you could stand up on that ledge and shoot the boss from above. But after a while, they got bored of that and they said, "No, that's a cheese. You're going to have to go down because if you stayed on that top ledge, they would spawn 2 Minotaurs behind you. You'd have to kill the Minotaurs, and you could still stay up there." And but then
there was a ledge. There was the little platform you could crawl under and crouch under. There's been all sorts of things where we'd be able to wind our way into. And they've actually said no.
We ended up having to stand behind that huge rock, but then even then, he kind of that Hydra was still able to shoot you from behind the rock. So it was kind of take your time, plink away at him. Yeah. And I did a dungeon this week. Completed my dungeon. And I was quite pleased with that. We did. Noble took us through the dungeon and gave us all the Heffen bones. Heffen gave me lots of boning, and I was quite happy. I need to go back through and get some kind of kill some enemies to get like glass phases, needles, or something. Something it said I need to kind of go back through and do. So I didn't get the exotic, but what I did get is an email humiliating me, basically saying, "Congratulations. You've completed this about 6 weeks after everybody else."
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Did you also get a rocket sidearm on your way through?
I did.
Have you used it? Is it the greatest, most fun you've had?
Well, I got one because I did half the dungeon with Respawn when it first came out, and I got a couple of the rocket sidearms. But this time I got Noble's God Roll, which he was quite upset about until he got it at the very end. But apparently he was looking for a Volt Shot, beacon rounds, and high explosive ordnance with volatile launch. So apparently that's his God Roll, and I got it. So I thought, I'm going to keep that. If it's his God Roll, I'm keeping it. Then that's the one. So.
Just away from front of him and go, "Ooh, look what I have."
Yeah, well, you can't really upset me with that kind of stuff anymore because it happens so freaking often. I'm just used to it now. So it's like, I want to do an activity. I'm going to take somebody in. They're going to get what I want, and that's just how it is.
Indeed.
Anyway, I'm not salty about that at all. Do I sound salty? I'm not salty.
Not in the slightest.
No, not even a little bit.
Squirrel!
I haven't even had breakfast yet. I've been up since 7 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had breakfast. And I'm salty, and I'm hungry, and I'm hungry, and I'm salty,
you went to
and
sleep?
I need salt because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was surprised that he actually went to sleep. I saw him playing at
I'm sorry, a Destiny player that goes to sleep?
1 o'clock.
You aren't real.
Well, I wasn't playing Destiny at 1 o'clock either, so.
What are you doing?
He was deep into the PAL world collecting PALs and putting them to work.
I really hope so.
No, I am. Do you play?
If you guys haven't played the
playing?
game, it's actually really well good.
Bro, I almost slipped up there. We should totally, join Worlds.
At some point, sure. I'm currently in the middle of a playthrough with a couple of friends of mine from high school, but I am totally down when you are.
Oh, well.
You two are saying words, and I'm not understanding what you're saying. This happened quite a lot.
You want me to explain the game or just what we're talking about?
No. What he's saying is stop talking about things not Destiny related.
No, but this is what happened. I tune into Destiny podcasts as well. I listened to The Last Word this week, and I also listened to DCP. And for half of it, it was like white noise. I was like, what are they talking about? There's
Okay,
other
so
games.
do you know
and they-
Pokemon? Yes or no? Right?
Uh-oh.
Night Demon, we are just staying on the trend of
Yeah.
playing Destiny, but then also dipping our toe into Pal World because we've all secretly wanted to
Yeah.
take cute little characters, arm them, and send them
And
into
then
battle.
make them,
Yeah.
totally work with livable work conditions too.
And
Definitely not.
Yes, I did hear about this. I think this was on Last
Uh-huh.
Word. They were talking about this, that you can literally kind of put them to work in factories and do
It's
different
a
things.
survivability game, yeah.
And
you
it
have
was
to
all
build
going
your
over my
world,
head
and
because
they're
I was
your
like,
workers.
I'm never going to
Yeah.
play this.
If you want an actual description,
No.
just to end it, it's
No.
it's
He
art.
said no.
No.
You're getting it anyways. It's art versus with Pokemon. That's pretty much all it comes down to.
Yeah. It's just survival
Moving-
Pokemon. That's all it is.
Moving on,
Legitimately.
Destiny.
And
podcast
anybody who
moment.
knows me knows I've already got a dragon army working for me. So
I'm gonna show you a
Lovely.
dragon. Dragon these.
was that?
Nothing.
You're jealous of dragons? What? I'm sorry.
Dragon these.
But
So when True Vanguard tells me both he's going to play Trials and he's going to go play Pal World, I was like, okay, what are you up to, sir?
Yeah. He's
If
playing
you-
Trials in Power World? Can you do that?
Yeah,
Both of those.
there's a Pokemon on the battlefield now.
Listen, he was trying to go flawless with the Mareep ripoff in Pal World, and
Bro, I can tell you that the mammoth swine or whatever the hell he is, the giant boss in the first map.
Yeah, the
just
king of the
wrecked
forest.
my
boss.
stuff.
Yeah, he's level like
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
because he's
So
like
we had
level
a
30
TWAB.
and you're not.
There's a
We
12.
did
We
have a 12.
did have
There is a 12.
Yeah,
There's a
And
12
in the
after a whole
12, it
month.
mentions
sorry.
Power World like 4 times.
No,
It's
it
so
does
weird.
not. It does not mention anything about that.
I mean it might. I mean there is new season of the Wish content incoming. There's
I'm so sorry,
there's
Nut.
Glimmer. hey! They increased the vault capacity. Oh no, that says Glimmer capacity, not vault capacity. I heard people talking about capacity increases, and I got excited for half a second this week.
Yeah.
They remembered that we have characters, and they're going to let us kind of sort of customize them, I guess.
we talked about that for a moment.
There's an armor. We will. There's an armor set
Yes.
that you can vote on to say, do you want this one or the one that looks almost exactly like it? And then I want to hear Respawn's
except
deep.
the one on the bottom has clown
Hold
pants.
on. Yeah, I'll just say Respawn will find something deeply wrong with one of these two nearly identical armor sets. And did we play the newest exotic mission yet? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
They made Riven into a plushie. Game to give turns 5. There's a Prime gaming drop, and things were broken and fixed. And then
the
there's
good thing
Riven.
is, we told people about the Prime Gaming last week because we were kind of looking for things to talk about, and Prime Gaming came up last week before they came back with their TWAB.
Yeah, we're on the ball.
We're
And now
ahead.
we've got dragons, portals, wishes, and triumphs.
Ooh,
That
dragons
is a
and
cool
witches, I
emote. I
like
don't
that.
have the emote. I gotta go redeem that real quick.
It's almost like a wish dragon.
Almost.
Almost.
So, starting on January 30th, Riven's Wishes will provide new weekly pursuits that players can complete to redeem prizes of their choosing from a pool of rewards each week for 6 weeks straight. Are you excited about this? Coffee, is this getting you back in? Am I drawing you back in with some wishes?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing the Prime Gaming thing. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me, please.
We told him Prime Gaming, and he dutifully ran to Prime Gaming
I
and said,
did,
let me
yeah.
redeem
That's
them. Yeah,
true.
that's what
That's
you
true.
do.
I'm sorry.
Following orders as intended.
Also, starting the very same day, they'll be kicking off Moments of Triumph 2023, which will offer both in-game and physical Bungie rewards, as well as 30 challenges to honour your last years of achievements. Now, I'm excited about Moments of Triumph, and I'm excited for the fact that we've got a long season, because I felt like the last 2 kind of times that we had Moments of Triumph come up, there was a very short window for you to kind of complete it, because they do kind of throw it in towards the end of the season. And it's normally like you get about 4 weeks to do it, like a month. And I'm always saying that I need more time to do these things, because to get into a raid or plan a raid with your friends or get just time to do a raid, because undoubtedly one of these things is to make sure that you've done the raid for this year, the Lightfall raid, and do the dungeon as well. So if you haven't used the Fireteam Finder beta, then that's a good way of kind of getting into it. But before that, before we had all of that, we had to kind of use our own way of kind of getting these done. But I'm looking forward to Moments of Triumph. And also, once I've kind of got my Moments of Triumph done, also helping other people if they need it. So that's also another good thing, which is what I pointed out to Noble this week, because he was saying, about having a little bit of a break. And I know he's using the excuse of having a baby soon, but He still
Okay,
needs to
first of all, not an excuse. Second of all, not
Exactly.
soon. Baby's here.
No, that's not his.
Oh, who'd
What?
you say?
Wait, who is
God.
this? The
So whose baby is he kidnapping?
Respawn? Didn't you say something about this at some point?
Oh no, he said Noble. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The other British
Oh,
guy.
listen.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no, wait, no. Dimwee
No.
is
my
the
word.
British guy, and Noble is the German, right? That's
Yeah.
that's
okay.
one way to put it.
okay.
And
okay, I was just
Hawk
checking.
Slayer is the Australian, just to round it out.
And who's just had their baby? As we're talking about.
Hawk
babies.
Slayer.
Sorry, Hawks
Yeah.
players. I'm so sorry. I'm not good at this.
Who's on first?
First of
You
all,
got- you
none
got
of us
first?
are. That's why we're here.
Anyway, so yes, Noble is having a baby in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I tried to talk him into making sure that he's helping the community through doing the dungeons, doing the raids and things. But yeah,
Or naming the baby something Destiny related. You know.
Ashton
seven.
Mirror. Make it
Yeah.
Ashton Mirror.
No,
I love
No,
Ashton Mirror.
definitely
Underrated
Cade.
character.
Definitely Cade.
No, Ashton Mirror's on top.
No, definitely Cade. And if that's too weird, I hear Respawn's a really great name, and
no,
you
it's
know,
not.
I don't think anybody has said
Respawn's an
that.
amazing name.
No.
I love that name.
Look,
You do it a lot.
Moments
There's
of
no
Triumph
dragon emote.
it's a
All
good
lied
thing
me.
to do. And if they kind of do what they did with Destiny 1 with Moments of Triumph, because they gave us some pretty cool armor when we did one of the
Yes.
Moments of Triumph in Destiny 1,
Memorable
which had kind
ones.
of flames and things on it, which was very similar to the Iron Banner gear that we kind of got like in a couple of seasons back. But yeah, they're going to give us some more information about the wishes and the Moments of Triumph next week. So we'll have to save it until then to talk about it because we don't know anything else about it. There's just wishes coming, which I've heard a lot of people talk about the fact that these wishes should have been in this season as we've been going through each week. We should have been doing these as well. But because we've got an extended season, they've gone, right, we're just going to put these on at the end so that people have something to do each week. I mean, I feel Moments of Triumph is enough to do each week. Even if you're kind of just doing your own, you can then return the favor and help other people once you kind of know what you're doing.
Because these wishes are going to be go do the thing you've already done 1,000 times, but do it again this time.
Jeez,
And now
tell me
there's
about
candy
it.
at the end.
The same with the Moments of Triumph, because I think what you'll find is that some of them will be retroactive. So if you have done the dungeon and if you have done the exotic mission this season, then they might automatically be checked off. But sometimes they go.
Will I find that though? Will I? I'm not so sure I will. I would like to.
Sometimes they're checked off to be retroactive, and sometimes they're like, we know you've done it, but you need to go through it now because the box is here now.
Yeah, I would like to believe that they've said, "Oh, you did the thing, good job," but I don't really, in my heart, believe that.
I mean, I'm a great example of that. Having to do the damn thing
I'm
3 times.
I'm
thinking,
excited for
oh,
the
I'm getting
gear.
exotic pieces. No, you're not getting exotic catalyst pieces.
I'm excited for Moments of Triumph's armor. That sounds cool.
Are they going to have a good shirt? I'd like them to put out a good shirt
shirt?
design. It's been a number of years since I bought the shirt because I've not liked the last couple designs. So give me a good shirt
Yeah,
design.
no, I
Didn't
didn't.
you buy
Give me-
the
give me things
Windows
to buy.
Air message shirt parody?
No, I didn't.
Windows Air?
Oh.
Like a
So they come
I-
out with a good shirt, you don't even buy it. So why do they need to come up with something you're not even buying?
Well, they need to come up with a better one.
any
Try harder.
temptation.
Better one.
You can always
You
buy
still
that-
have that thing on your character. What do you mean better? You're obsessed with it.
Buy that baby dragon plush. Looks cool. I want it.
Well, what?
The baby Riven plush they just talked about.
Oh, Riven. Riven's not
Yeah.
a dragon.
Oh, here we go.
It's a
The
wish
Ri-
dragon.
The ribbon
No,
plush is
they call
horrifying.
it a wish dragon, but it is not a dragon.
Okay,
Alucard.
you know,
And-
It's only
and
been a
what's
dragon
space
one
Alucard?
time
dragon,
when the
space
Titan wished it to be a
Alucard
dragon
is-
because he wanted to be a knight that slayed a dragon, which is lore accurate, but they themselves are not dragons.
You know, apples to oranges. Apples to oranges.
exactly.
I will tell you though.
Don't call Riven a dragon.
I will tell you though that Bungie have heard us loud and clear. They are going to
I'm not
double
calling her a
our
dragon.
vault space.
No, they're
no,
not.
they're not.
Really?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're
gonna
gonna
give
do that to me.
Yeah.
They're
We,
going to give us double the amount of
You
glimmer
got
that we
so
can hold
happy.
instead.
You're a for that, man.
Oh, it's so bad.
half a million sparkling little blue pieces of armor that can fit in your new vault. No, it's not.
At least I'll have something to put them in now. I don't have to hoard Rat King sparrows now.
I think they should have said, we heard you loud and clear about the fact that we need to increase the glimmer cap a couple of seasons back.
Oh,
when
that
we
thing.
increased
Son of a-
all the different things that you need to buy with glimmer.
Why do
So
we
with-
always work on the things we don't care about?
There are some people that care about it.
Yeah, I care because
I definitely have a problem with
Let me
Glimmer
ask you
being
this: do you
twofold.
care more about Glimmer or more about Vault Space?
Personally, Glimmer. I never have a problem with Vault Space, so I always clear out things I don't need.
Travesty.
The thing
Absolute
is,
tra-
if I
this guy
had-
cannot be trusted.
if I had vault space, I wouldn't need to worry about glimmer because I could buy the ships and the sparrows and things and shove them into the vault for when I do need to dismantle them to get the glimmer again.
Yeah, what
Win-win.
he said.
Yeah.
Win-win situation there, Bungie. I didn't need a glimmer cap being risen. I just needed more space in the vault so that I can store the ships and the sparrows and the ghosts so that when I want to kind of dismantle them to get the glimmer again, I can do that. See, you went the wrong way. You just did the wrong thing. But apparently, update 7.3.4 will drop this on January 30th. So
Don't care.
not this week coming up, the week after.
Don't care.
Why do I not see the news that you're?
Well, the thing about it is
7.4?
now you've super disappointed me because, like, I thought they were actually going to give us more vault space, and then you reminded me about no, they're not going to give vault space, which is disappointing. Instead, they're going to double Glimmer, which is also disappointing because double Glimmer is not, in fact, double vault space. If you did not know that,
It's not.
Well, yes,
Respawn.
but also
Let's see if
Well.
this sounds familiar. You created a very edgy awoken when you were a teenager. Maybe you
Oh.
chose some regrettable markings on your human's face and you didn't coordinate the colors of your exo's mouth or eyes. Or perhaps your character's body type no longer represents who you are. Now you'll be able to change your character in the character customization screen with an update before the release of the final shape at some point.
yeah,
I'm very happy
That'd
about
be,
that.
that'd be the week before final shape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy about that.
Does anyone
a lot of-
remember what their character looks like?
Yes,
Uh,
I hate it.
I mean,
I
I'm
do,
sure
'cause
people
they're
are
all the
clamoring
same-
for this,
all
but
three characters are the same face with different hairstyles and colors.
Yeah, but like for instance, my character has like a bunch of tatted marks on his face, and his haircut looks like I went through the Army Marine Corps, so I don't really exactly look right.
First of
So I
all,
wanna change
excuse
that.
me.
It's just like a
Well,
buzz cut. It has a buzz
No,
cut.
shut up. First of all, excuse me. The Army Marine Corps.
What I
the Army
say?
Marine Corps. That is factually accurate.
Okay, I know what I said now. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I'm just saying I went through like a boot camp. Basically, it's a buzz cut.
The Army Marine. All right,
He's
hey,
saying
new
the
mod
Army.
ban this guy permanently.
He's saying the
Well,
Army Marine
there's the
Corps
run.
would make you look like he looks like, unlike my
Uh-huh.
exo, which is a Mountain Dew green exo because characters mean nothing, and if you can't look absurd in the game, why bother?
Mhm.
I just want to know: can I be more ridiculous, Bungie? That's what I want. I want to be more ridiculous. Also, where's my Fallen or Cabal character types? Come on, go all the way.
You can be only as ridiculous as you can kind of customize it in the first place.
Well, I'm not happy with that.
No.
Oh.
But what they did say on DCP is, what's the betting that if you try and customize your character, it totally wipes out your character and you have to start again?
I don't like that you put that in my head now.
I'm waiting for somebody else to do it
I want
first.
to get in on that action.
I'm waiting for somebody else to do this first
Oh
before
my
I even
God.
look at. Not that I'm worried. I don't really want to kind of mess about with them, but I'm it's a 50-50 chance that this could happen. You start modifying with your
Is it?
your
I mean,
character, and it
50-50
wipes it out.
being really generous
Maybe.
in Bungie's behalf.
So maybe
I
that's
think
why you
it's weird they
can't
added
change your
this late.
race. Yeah. So you can't change your race. So Hunter Exo Awoken, you have to stay that, but you can change the body, face, hair, or markings. So maybe that's why they're going. Listen, you can change the paint on the model, but not the model itself, because
you
that
also
will
change the
absolutely
gender?
destroy your character.
Or you can change the gender, but not the race.
Presumably,
I think the
They
race
say,
makes
you know,
sense because wasn't there a thing in
There's nothing
Forsaken
to
that
look
had
into
race
right
specific
there.
lines?
Not at all. Just no. Nothing
Yeah,
to look into there.
I assume that's like in the screenshot they have Awoken body type 1, body type 2. I assume that's male, female body types.
Yeah.
Since there are only 2 to choose from in this game.
That is also what I assumed. But
But yeah, like
We don't know.
what a weird
I want to be
put
like a
in.
really fat. Like, we have no
Right.
body types. I just want to be a chonker type. I want to be like an elephant when I'm running towards you.
Can I be
I
the
want
Titan
you to be
that
an
was
elephant
super
when
out
you're
of
running
shape?
towards me.
Yeah, but like, what a random thing to add to. I mean, 'cause I know people have been asking for this for forever, but
It's
like,
been literally forever. Yeah.
why now?
People have been asking
Like-
for that forever to change their character. a character that you never see.
There are people who are willing to delete their characters and redo all this work on just to change their character, and there are people who have done it. I have a friend from high school.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm not saying
some of the things that they have as a character custom just looks really bad. Like, personally,
I get that, but you never see them. So why does it matter if they look bad? When people inspect you, they can't see your character.
Maybe they have their helmet. Maybe they have their helmet off in the social spaces and have to stare at their ugly face every time they don't care for it.
Some people actually do that.
Yeah.
Then
I mean, like, it's like I don't I'm not complaining that they put this into the game. It's just like, are we just casting around for any sort of feature that someone could have worked on?
Content so we can get some satisfaction of player interaction.
Going, hey, someone needs to work on something in December. This seems like a low stakes, not character deleting feature update until it starts deleting characters.
They could do this thing that nobody asked for, vault space. We should get that since we're only adding things people don't want, right?
I was about to go into that same tangent, dude. Like people have been asking for this. What else have they been asking for? What else has the community
better servers
overwhelmingly been asking for?
Better servers would be a start.
I know. Resetting the synthweave bounty cap to give you more opportunities to customize your look when the feature goes live. Is that it?
I think they're doing that, aren't they? A little bit.
Yes, and the people were asking this people were asking this on DCP, but why are they doing that? And they were like, "Oh, well, it's because we've got an extended season. We've got a double amount of season, so it's only logical that they reset it. Because if you've already done your 10 bounties, like Respawn said he did out of the gate in the first couple of weeks, you need more synthweave bounties. Otherwise, you won't be able to get any of your armor stuff. It's because we would have had another season by now, basically. But they're not saying that quite openly.
So does that mean if you haven't done your synthweave bounties, do them all before the March update? Because you're not going to get you're not getting 20, you're going to get 10. So if you've not been doing them and you want to get synthweave,
which is what they should have said in this. They should have said that. Make sure
that's why I'm saying you've got January and February to finish your synthweave bounties out, because in March you'll get a new batch of bounties to do if you're trying to unlock those things to make you look pretty.
That's why they come to the Two Titans and One Hunter podcast, because we give you these kind of tips.
Yeah.
Well, maybe mostly.
I think he's trying to muscle in.
No. Trust me, I have
only for your job respawn.
No, he's after my job. There you go. There's the chair.
Don't do this to me. No, I can't do. Don't. No, please.
I'll speak to you later.
The editing will drive me mad. What happened to Night Demon?
Alakadabra, alakacool. This is where
Did he leave it on purpose?
Dude, I've been doing this for years and I ain't scared away. That's progress. What? That was well done.
The Force told me that you were panicking, so I thought I had to come back.
No, trust me. I am only awake right now and able to do this podcast because I didn't sleep tonight.
Is it time? Is it time to enact Project Omega? Blink twice if it's time to activate Project Omega. I'll get G-Dad on the other line.
What's the 69? The Star Wars thing?
The 69 with the Star Wars? That's a wrong website, Respawn.
What the hell?
Order 66.
Just look up Rule 34. You're thinking of Rule 34 Star Wars.
No, I'm not.
No, there's definitely... I think there's a number in there somewhere.
Look, Peroty, you and I both know I work in the computer field. I have seen stuff on people's computers you can't unsee. Okay?
I got 9 terabytes.
But is the thing you see on their computers of them?
No.
Oh my god.
Now, Respawn, there's an important question going into Festival of the Lost for this upcoming year. Do you want to be Harry Potter or do you want to be Voldemort?
Yep. Give us your hottest takes on the 2 identical looking armor sets.
I want to be Hagrid.
They're not identical. Look at the pants. Look at Peroty. Look at the damn pants.
Okay, which one? Which pants?
Hunter pants. Look at the hunter pants in the top, which are okay. Look at the hunter pants in the bottom. That's literally a clown.
So is the hunter the beefiest looking one here in the middle?
In the middle, yes.
With the really tattered cloak?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say the evil sets do look better.
Yes, no, 100% evil sets look better. But the thing is I like the colors.
Yeah, the colors are nice. However, the good Wizard Warlocks are pretty good.
So in the chat, it was the other way around. So the purple ones on the bottom are the good-looking ones. The blue ones on the top. Look, I mean, what is the... You had me until you got to the pants. What is with the pants? Why
it's
do we have to
pants?
pants?
They're not pants, they're pantaloons.
Yeah.
I will travel to England and slap you, okay? That is clown pants. All right.
If we're going by the era, that would be that is pantaloons. He is correct.
I don't care. Are we going by the era? Or are we going by Destiny 2? Oh, spoilers!
That's magic, so
we're going by this is basically pirates.
Listen,
Pirates
I don't
with
even
more
want to voice my opinion because every time I voice my opinion, the community overwhelmingly gets the other one. You degenerate.
Use reverse psychology. Works.
So Respawn would like the good wizard, the good wizard blue armor.
No,
so I assume at this point we've already all voted for the evil armor.
Respawn wants it. Let's get that, and then reverse psychology will be actual psychology, and I'll be
Respawn. They do say, as a disclaimer, this is only concept drafts. They could change.
Yeah, they said that about the Godzilla armor too. No, they said that about the Raptor armor. I'm sorry. If the Raptor armor had been more metallic in nature and less bottom of the bin and Spirit of Halloween basket.
No. Say that. You can get a metallic kind of shader to put on it.
No, it does. No. There's at
least 100 of them.
It's like spray painting a cloth silver. It doesn't work. Okay.
No, you're going to put the Highlander on it, and it's going to look like plaid. And then you're going to be wearing lovely flannel plaid pantaloons, and it's going to be incredible.
Look, I don't disagree with the Highlander, but you can't save those pants, man. There's no saving those pants.
I don't need to. I'm never going to wear them.
But as we did last year,
whatever.
You can vote individually for each class. So we could have a mixture like we had with the insects and the spiders last year. So we could have like good wizard for the Titans, bad wizard for the hunters, and then good wizard for the warlocks. Or it could be the other way around. It could be all good, all bad.
Honestly,
it's up to you to decide.
Any of the good ones, aside from the fact that it is quote the good ones. Stylistically,
I like them. I like it. I like the colors. I like the
evil one.
I like the way I like to think how it would be shaded, like the good wizard ones. Those looks for some interesting shading options.
There needs to be more spikes on the evil ones, and there also needs to be more kind of flare of that, not void, but that purple color on there. And they need to do something about the Warlocks bond. I can see it in the concept art, but when it comes to kind of the actual Warlocks, I feel that the Warlocks need a bond that takes up at least 3/4 of their arm to kind of show off that they are kind of whatever they're rocking. I feel that they kind of
have like really, really noticeable bonds. You know what I mean? Like, what if you had a bond that took up like your entire sleeve? That was your bond. You know what I'm saying?
That would be Warlocks need more holographic, or hologram type bonds. That's what we need.
They have those, but like
they're tiny. Yeah, they are tiny.
Why can the Warlock not just have like the little vials that he's got around his waist on the bond?
Vials, like a vial belt or something on your arm.
Yeah, like you got it on the belt, but not put it on the arm.
Why is this guy working at Bungie?
See, this is my big problem though. I want to like the good wizard for the Titans because I want that fancy hat. Yeah. But the shoulders and the chest just look like Trials of Osiris to me. And I'm like, that's fine.
Interesting sets. That looks for some if you're like high order kind of sets.
Well, we have that armor set already. So I don't want those shoulders because but I want that hat. The evil hat isn't as big and floppy. I want to run around in a fun floppy hat as a Titan. That's what I want to make
the problem is the hat isn't big enough. We need like 3 times the size.
Correct. The Warlock and the Hunter do have the floppy hats on the evil, but the Hunter has a pointy hat on the good.
It looks like the good wizard's hat is like a gesture hat. It has 2 little tips at the top. You guys see that? I didn't notice that at first.
Yeah,
I don't like that as much.
We don't play Warlocks. What do you care?
So Bungie, I'm going to need to mix and match the hats and the arms, not so much the good and the bad.
How about this, Bungie? I tell you what, let's just throw an idea out there for you. Instead of getting us to vote for these things, make them, put them in the Eververse, and we'll give you either silver or bright dust.
The idea is they don't want to devote the manpower to making both when people won't buy both, right? So you got to pay your employees to design them.
People will. Normally, when these things come down to it, it's like a 45-55 split. So if that happens, that's more than enough people that want kind of both sets. Put them in Eververse.
If you put all the sets, that's more incentive to people buying them.
I want to be Godzilla almost as badly as I want to be a dragon. You know what I mean? And I should have that right.
If you put out both sets, there will be more options for people to buy, therefore more sales.
Also, if you put out both sets, maybe put a caveat in there that you can get one set for Bright Dust, but if you want both sets, you have to buy the second set with silver.
I don't
That
like
way
that.
you
Like lock it in, like code it in.
Yeah, so if you do want both sets, you can choose either to get the good wizard or the evil wizard to use your Bright Dust on if you've got enough Bright Dust saved up. But then if you did want the second set, you have to use silver so that they are actually getting paid for developing that second set and actually paying somebody to do it. I would be down for that if it was a kind of, because they are really nice sets. So let's face it, if they put both of those in the game, like Peroty said, you could mix and match, which would be quite nice. You know, put different
6,000
shades.
silver sitting in my account waiting for me to buy those. Just give me the set. Give it to me.
There's
What?
an idea for
In your
you.
account? Silver, you said?
Oh yeah, I have 6,000 silver just waiting to be used, and I haven't touched Destiny, so I haven't figured out what to use it on yet.
And
Those
now I
rookie
need to know
numbers.
why.
You should pump those numbers up.
Why,
Yeah,
why
well,
are
I'm
there,
too
why are there
broke.
zippers on the Why are there zippers on the Good Titans gloves? Why are
Zippers.
those zippers there? How are those zippers there? I'm even more confused the longer I look at this.
It's because it's got to fit those massive fisties in there. So you got to unzip the stuff in the fisty and then zip it back up to hold in the fisty.
Are those the
I like
hands?
the
you're talking
I
about
like the
putting in?
Titan chest piece though.
Titans don't have hands, okay? Your hands are permanently in the fist formation, all right?
I like to imagine the person who designs the Titans fingers just gave up.
We don't need those. Those
You don't
aren't
need-
important.
Fingers?
when you hold the
Never heard
gun,
of
what shape is your hand in? A fist,
Yeah,
right?
Face, just shove your fist
When
in
you
the
when you
the
punch
trigger.
something, when you hold your hammer, when you hold your sword, all
Mhm.
these things that Titans do, their hand is permanently in a fist shape.
There's a common
So
joke in
why
the art
give you
community that people
hands?
hate drawing fingers. That's what I'm convinced happened with Titans.
Who needs them?
Fingers? No.
And where are the evil warlocks? Little vials on the good warlock. He's got the blue and the
He's
and the
got
green.
the reverence next to his
potion
left
potion
hand.
vials on his belt. But where are they on the evil one?
Look on. So as you're looking at the picture, look at the right side. It's red. Next to his
I don't
hand
believe-
on his belt.
No, that's a little skull and something else. That's not a vial of blue and green goo.
No, it looks like a red vial.
no.
Look, if you want to vote, you can go to the TWAB this week and you can use their survey. Or if you're lucky, you get an email sent to you.
Or
So-
you can do both, because if you hit the email, it just gives you one or the other. If you hit the link in the TWAB, then it'll tell you which class you're voting for, and then let you choose individually per class.
So the three of you, do you
Mhm.
guys not? Do you have you ever watched wrestling? And do you know the Ultimate Warrior?
Yes and
Yes.
yes.
I haven't watched
So
wrestling
zoom
in,
in on the evil
years.
hunter face and tell me that's not the Ultimate Warrior's paint.
I'm saying there's a chance.
Um,
I mean, it's a different color. Fair enough, but that's
Maybe.
totally the same design.
maybe.
That's all I'm going to see now.
Are you accusing
And,
Bungie of
I was sitting
kicking
here
something?
staring. I was sitting here staring at the
Never happens.
the face looking thing on the hunter, like not the belt buckle, but like what looks like two glowing eyes and like a face and a nose, like on the chest
Under his
piece of the
chest
hunter,
piece?
the evil hunter.
I
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
it's like he has a
Nice.
little pet under there.
You get a little sugar glider peeking out.
Yep, there we go. 100% sugar glider. So
Sugar
everyone,
gliders. Just
Respawn
capturing
needs you
animals
to
in
vote.
sets, armor sets now.
Yeah, Respawn needs his sugar glider armor set. That's clearly
I
it.
do need a sugar glider armor set.
On top of that, can we get some some raccoons? I guess I want a little pet raccoon somewhere, like on a backpack or something.
So
Man,
is this
you
part
say
of
a lot
is
of
this
things
part
that are
the-
show related and claim that you haven't listened to all the episodes of the show.
I have not
Speaking
listened.
of which-
I think I had missed a couple of episodes. I'm caught up besides the couple episodes of most recent ones.
Our first Christmas special, I had an army of raccoons helping me with the show, like IRL raccoons.
What? I
You
don't think I
did.
watched that.
Am I lying? People that have
no,
listened, am I
I
lying?
guess not.
there were many raccoons.
There
Were they
so
just like
many
in his
raccoons.
room or just like appearing?
I was outside. I was doing the podcast outside my grandma's house.
And there were
on the
cicadas
laptop.
at one point.
Yep, cicadas and
Yeah,
raccoons.
sounds like Florida
and all
marsh to
kinds of
me.
stuff. That was Louisiana.
This is Louisiana.
same
This
thing.
was cicadas, gators, raccoons. So I expect Bungie the Insane Clown Posse crossover will be coming out
That's gonna be sick.
along with these, because now all I can see is either Ultimate Warrior or ICP for the evil set. So I
Right.
assume that's coming shortly.
Why do you see me pee? You're not allowed to see me pee.
And they're also related to wrestling. So see, it all ties back together.
Wait, ICP is related to wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Like the band ICP?
Uh-huh.
Well,
We're on
I
the
think band might be a strong word, but
They've been in like a wrestling thing during WrestleMania along with Steve-O, I'm pretty sure. Like Silent J was there.
well, Donald
his
Trump
name.
was also in a wrestling thing, but I wouldn't
When did
classify
this
him as a wrestler.
happen?
You don't remember
Years.
Donald Trump being in?
I'm not a big fan of
Years
wrestling,
ago.
so I couldn't say.
Dude,
Battle of
yes,
the
he was
Billionaires.
actually in wrestling. Yeah.
What? He's everywhere.
Many,
Yeah,
many
yeah.
years ago. But yeah, no, ICP has been in a number of wrestling things, and I'm pretty sure they made it to a couple of the video games. Like, it's been years now, but I feel like I remember playing as the Insane Clown Posse on like the Super Nintendo or something. Anyway, now that we are deeply
God.
into the
I think
weeds.
I remember that. We had the clown dude that
Night
had the
Demon,
big
round
hands
us
that would
together.
slap people.
This is all being cut out.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was understood. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, Violent J, Shaggy 2 Dope.
Yeah.
1v1 me.
Violent J, that's what it was. Not
So-
Silent J. I'm thinking of.
Game to Give is back for its 5th year. You can support the campaign. There's been lots of people out there already doing fundraising. I believe Abontis already did one on Thursday, and he raised quite a bit of money. But quite interesting, they had one of the guys from the Game to Give on the podcast, on the Last Word podcast, going into detail about how it works at Bungie. And apparently there was only like 3 or 4 of them before he joined. I think that maybe there was 3 of them before he joined. So there's only 4 people that actually do these does this Game to Give for the Bungie Foundation, and they do a lot of work. And he was praising the 3 that were kind of there before he kind of came along. But it was quite an interesting listen. If you want to hear all about the Game to Give, I'd go and listen to the Last Word podcast.
Was he
But-
also praising his Lord and Savior Night Demon?
What? No.
No.
Okay.
But they do have 20 legacy emblems from historic campaigns dating back 6 years to give away. There's a new Universal Constant emblem and Cosmic Tune ship, the coveted Bloodstream emblem, plus so much more. So, they've got stuff over in the Game to Give merchandise section. If you want to have a look at that, there's a couple of links in the TWAB. We're not involved, unfortunately. They won't let us.
We are not nearly organized enough.
No.
But as we sit here and record, they are at $1,470,000 of their $1.5 million goal. So, as always, started, hit it, crushed it. Yeah. There's one thing the Bungie community is very good at is raising money for good causes.
We also love wasting money, so it wouldn't be a problem to give it to something actually useful.
Well, it's not wasting money if you're getting
No. I mean for the like items in the game, not the charity. The charity is just a reason to do it more, like for actual charity.
So apparently the Bungie Foundation also has several surprises planned over the next 2 weeks plus. So follow their socials over on... See, they even still put Twitter /X, TikTok and Twitch updates. So nobody's sure what it's called. It's Twitter /X.
I'm calling it Twitter. Nobody can stop me.
It's going to be Twitter until it either gets sold or goes completely out of business, and then it will still
It'll go out of business. I'm convinced that man has no idea what he's doing.
Doubtful. More people have joined X to complain about X than Twitter had to begin with.
This is
It's not
probably
going
true.
anywhere.
The thing is, it's still at www.twitter.com. So
correct
you're not getting away from it, are you,
Until-
my friend?
until I can't
Well,
go
the thing
there.
is, he
That's-
bought the X domain for it and just never used it.
No,
That's
oh no, sir.
fun.
The X domain way predates this. This
I
was back
don't-
on the PayPal days. He wanted to turn
Uh-huh.
PayPal into X. This has been a lifelong quest for this man to make X the everything app. And they kicked him out of PayPal when he tried it there. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sure it'll go better for him.
I thought he sold PayPal. Did he get kicked out? I mean, obviously it's a tangent, but I'm just trying. I didn't know that.
Potato,
Interesting.
potato.
It is a tangent, but it won't get you your Prime Gaming drops, will it?
It won't.
I don't know. Will it?
No,
I can try.
Will not. No.
no. And I tell you, well, if you
Different
came
billionaire
across the same
entirely.
thing as I did, that if you clicked your Prime Gaming stuff and you've already got an exotic emote waiting for you at the tower, you will not get your exotic emote to drop. So make sure you've collected stuff from the tower, your emotes, your ships, your sparrows, your ghost shells and your ghost projections, because if you click it and you've already got stuff there, it doesn't go there to the tower, as I found out. And I'm now missing Keep It Clean exotic emote. I'm very sad.
Mm.
So there's a warning for
Filthy.
everybody there.
Filthy. So you can't just stack your Prime Gaming drops in there?
Well, I thought I could, but I didn't get that exotic drop. I've checked through all my exotics, emotes, and I haven't got that emote. So sad. Sad times.
Fell off a truck somewhere. Somebody picked it up.
Is it in the player support report, though?
Maybe.
No,
but maybe not.
Let's face it, it's not.
Maybe this plush of Riven is holding it and is... Okay, so the baby fallen, lovely. The plush of Riven, kind of terrifying.
It's like they took a Care Bear. No, it looks like they've taken a Care Bear and shoved the Riven head on top of the Care Bear with the little tentacles coming out the side. That's what it looks like. It's a Riven Care Bear. I'm not having it. It's a proper plushie.
Yeah,
that's even better in my eyes.
There's a limited number of them, and as there should be. So yeah. Oh boy, let's see. Let's see what is broken, what is fixed. Someone's last wish is for it to always be 65 degrees. It's a good wish. We'll go with that one. So the Warlords ruin. They've ruined all the totems. So they're investigating an issue where the fix they pushed in 7.305 for the Warlord totem spawning has negatively affected all of the totems in the entire Warlord's Ruin dungeon. So they're going to revert that fix on the 23rd of January. So this coming Tuesday, they're basically going to put it back to the way where it was broken before, only affecting the totems that were previously broken while they work on a better fix to not make all the totems work even less well. So was broken, now is super broken, going to put it back to the original broken on Tuesday, and then in the future we should have an actual fix to properly fix the totems. So that's good times. But does not fix our other problems. Maybe the Reveler title. There's an issue where players have met the completion conditions but are not able to claim the Dawning Triumph for the Reveler title. So players who completed the Dawning event challenges while the event was active will be granted the associated Reveler Triumph once we are able to implement the fix, so you'll get it when they fix it. Now what you're not going to get is fixes to these things right now, because they're all known issues. Your reprised Dreaming City weapons do not count towards the Cursebreaker title progress. Sorry, it doesn't count. Those are new and reprised. Some players are unable to use the Fireteam Finder while above Guardian rank 5. So sorry, you've played the game too long, you can't make friends that way. The Karnstein Armlet fingertips no longer glow while the perk is active. In other news, the Karnstein Armlet fingertips used to glow when the perk is active. Players are being granted incorrect triumphs after acquiring the ritual ornament and the chivalric fire sword. Sword? Yeah.
Sword.
Sword. Yeah, sword. It's a sword.
Use the shorts. Oh boy. The precision instrument. The precision instrument. The precision instrument perk does not apply bonus damage against divinity cages. Words are hard. The Alpine Dash Sparrow is displaying the wrong speed and is missing the tuned/custom drive options. And the Veil Spectrometer consumable is given to additional characters after another character has completed the quest, making it impossible to remove. So who doesn't love extra things in your inventory you can't get rid of? So those are the things that are broken. There's other broken things. They're all in the known issues article, but those are the ones Bungie wants to tell us about.
Night Demon enjoys extra things in your inventory you can't get rid of. Just so you know.
No, I don't, because then that takes up space. Takes up space for my other stuff.
I'm sorry. Says the guy that held on to raisins and a toothbrush for how many years?
Razors?
Wait, you get raisins. You don't keep your dirty toothbrush? The dirty toothbrush is useful. Yeah, it might be useful later. I still have mine.
The piece of celery and the tiny box of raisins is very important.
Yes,
exactly.
And also, if you ever thought, maybe I'll go try to do a solo flawless run of a dungeon, say in Destiny 2, well, maybe you could do 3 man and 1 Guardian Warlocks Ruin run, where 3 people controlled 1 Guardian and ran a solo flawless dungeon. Which is the movie of the week, which... As it should be, as it could be, yeah. So that was a thing somebody did. Mm-hmm. And then we have lovely artwork of Tyrannosaurus Guardians, and I can't tell what the other Guardian's holding. We have movie, we have art, and yeah. The Destiny 2 community team wants to see us star side and gives us a kitty cat with fishes flying around in the ether as a special reward.
This is your weekly rundown of Season 23, Week 9, Season of the Wish. The Dreaming City this week is at a medium curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in the Divilian Mist, and has the Oracle Engine mission for the next week. The Blind Well features Hive enemies and the Plague Kragar. The Ascendant challenge this week will be the Chimera Garrison, which can be located over in the Chamber of Starlight Lost sector. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is a mysterious disturbance. The Trove Guardian and the Wandering Nightmare, the Nightmare of Hawkis, are both located in the Anchor of Light. Nightmare hunts Fogoth, Fear, Ghoul, Rage, and Tanix Isolation. On Europa this week, Phylax the Warrior will be the Empire Hunt, Asterian's Abyss will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Agility. Dares of Eternity legendary rounds are Taken, Cabal, and for the final round, Zydron. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Pathfinder armor set will be available in Dares of Eternity with weapon set 4. Fracture This, Chrysura Milo, Volpicula, Wolftone Draw, Iotona Draconis, Canis Major, Contingency Plan, Legal Action 2, Outrageous Fortune, Steel Syllabus C14, and Spoiler Alert. The Witch Queen weekly story mission is The Last Chance, Altar of Reflections Catalyst, and Altar of Reflections Insight. The Lightfall weekly mission is Breakneck, the Partition mission will be Ordnance, and the Vex incursion this week will be Umshire Park. The Crota's End raid challenge this week is the third encounter, Ute the Death Singer, called Equal Vessel. The Root of Nightmares raid challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Nezarec, called All Hands. The Kingsfall raid challenge this week is the first encounter, Totems, called The Grass is Always Greener. The Vow the Disciple challenge this week is the first encounter, Acquisition, called Swift Destruction. The Vault of Glass challenge this week is the second encounter, Oracles, called The Only Oracle for You. The Deepstone Crypt challenge this week is the third encounter, Tanix Part 1, called Of All Trades. And the Last Wish challenge this week is the first encounter, Kali, called Summoning Ritual. Your pinnacle raid will be the Gun of Salvation over on the Moon, which means all challenges will be available for each encounter. The pinnacle dungeon will be the Spire of the Watcher over on the Throne World, and our exotic mission rotator will be Vox Obscura, with the Dead Messenger exotic grenade launcher being the main reward. The Season of the Risen weapon set, plus the Tusk Allegiance armor set. This week's challenges are Dragon's Defender 6, Lost in Legend, Over-Specialized, Eyeing Iron, Ultimate Champion, and Calibrate Close Range. Lost Sectors, Tuesday Battleground Wishes on the Dreaming City for exotic chests, Wednesday Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City for exotic helmets, Thursday Perdition on Europa for exotic boots, Friday Bunker E15 on Europa for exotic gauntlets, Saturday Concealed Void on Europa for exotic chests, Sunday Thrillerdrome on Neptune for exotic helmets, and Monday Gilded Precept on Neptune for exotic boots. Also, this week's weapon rotation will start on set 1 on Tuesday's reset. Our ninth feature, Nightfall, will see us face off against the Taken Hydra Parthenos in the Hypernet Current on Neptune, with the Priastian X4 bow being the featured weapon. The 66 control node will feature Iron Banner, Zone Control in the Party Relentless playlist, Elimination in the 3v3 playlist, and 3v3 Checkmate Clash in Crucible Labs, with bonus Crucible ranks available all week long. And that's it for the 9th week of Season of the Wish.
Night Demon, what have you watched this week?
What hasn't you watched this week?
Because nobody's tweeted anything. They're apparently still on break. There was Bungie help's been quiet. Destiny 2 teams have been quiet. Things have been copacetic. So what's going on YouTube land?
Well, it does sound like Respawn and a couple of other people need to know all the stuff about the Wishkeeper bow. So I'll make sure that we've got all of that in the show notes from Ebontis going through all of those. But apart from that, I haven't really watched anything. I've played more Destiny than I've watched.
Sorry. No. What?
No. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm going to need you to repeat that so I can make sure I clip it. Can you say that again?
Sure, I clip it.
I have played more Destiny than what I've watched Destiny this week.
That's not what you said the first time.
That's what he said this time. And that's what
Sure,
you're going to get.
I'm sure that's what I said last time.
No, you said I haven't watched that many videos because I've been playing Destiny.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can either watch or you can play. Well, there were lots of people making things, moaning about things this week. We had, Drewski was moaning about Checkmate, and so was Drew Vanguard, moaning about Checkmate changes.
Oh, okay. Was it the new Checkmate 3v3 Clash?
Yep.
Yeah.
And just all of the making Checkmate less Checkmate-matey and throwing it back into the labs.
Basically copying what we said last week.
Mm-hmm. See, they listen to us, and that's how they come up with their content. That's it's been obvious from day one. Cool Guy says somehow the 600 RPM auto rifle is the chase of the long season, which is a beautiful, beautiful gun that I really want more of. I have to look up the Ross. What is this thing called? The Ross Arago 4, 600 RPM.
Oh yeah.
Auto rifle that's a world drop, so it's basically hope for the best to get one. It can roll with some excellent perks that Cool Guy goes over and tells you all about what you should be hunting for. And yeah, it's a good thing to go chasing because there's no. It's not like go here and get this. It's just play the game and hope that it drops. But I've talked about is this how Kate gets resurrected in the final shape? So if you're wondering, he has some theories on how and why Kate gets resurrected. I am contractually obligated to mention that Fallout played 50 games of Checkmate, and here's what happened, as well as playing another 50 games of Gambit.
You did the Gambit one last week.
Did I? Okay. I couldn't remember. I got sidetracked by what I watched this week and what I watched last week.
You just saw Gambit and that was it. That's it.
I did. I saw Gambit and I was like, ooh, exciting. Yeah, but he played 50 games of Checkmate and how that went. And I enjoyed True Vanguard. I tried to go solo flawless on the worst subclass in Destiny 2 with a behemoth Titan. Proving once again that if you're a good player, it doesn't matter what you're playing with, you can be successful.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. In addition, I've been I've just been binging TDT's. Hey, I started my character from scratch and going 0 to Ascendant just using the gear and the weapons that I get while I go Ascendant. So that's just been a fun series to watch. So he did a Warlock and then the season ended, and now he's working on a Hunter.
TDT is what again? Wow. I always forget what that acronym is.
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team, that's right.
Yeah, that is right.
And then
listen, are you actually trying to come at me right now, bro?
What do you mean?
Yeah, that is right, man. I don't even know what I'll do. I'm going to sit here, talk smack, and hope that it
you'll sit there, you'll be quiet, and you'll let Peroty end the show so that we can all go home.
I am.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Take it away.
Oh, I guess that's the thing I should do, huh? So I guess I should remind everyone that they should absolutely go to patreon.com/TTAH. And they should be threatened with a good time like Step Orbit. They should lead the Otter Dance Troupe like the T-Rex King, the Scarlet Cam, BHS Nightcrawler, Mellow Mally, and Dedicated Wham 64. They should absolutely throw grenades like Carter 2782, Golden God 1562, Noble, Basically Salt, Zombie Pops, Bernard Calant, Fire Squad 1688, and Coderson 105. That's a lot of grenades. That's. I worry a little bit about our dancers sometimes because there's so many grenades. And Deacon back down the lab with the Day 1 raid team from British superstar Dimwee, Gravy Jeff, and Pee Pee Pipe, honing them into the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. And until next week, thank you for joining us. Your Titans are Peroty and Night Demon, and Coffee. Your hunter is no one responds in real life. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere. Just type 2 Titans and a Hunter into a search box. You'll find us. You should email the show at 2titansandaHunter@hotmail.com. We enjoy getting things. If you have questions, comments, concerns, let us know. We enjoy reading them. And, if you have ridiculous questions you'd like to ask or theories, go for it. We enjoy those. You can find this show wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube for each new update, weekly update video, live streams, and every single episode of this show, all 260 of them. Is that where we are?
261 is today, bud.
Wow.
261. We've been here a minute. So 2titansandaHunter.com for all of the show notes, all of those links, all the YouTube videos, all the things we mentioned that Night Team is going to put in the show so you too cannot have to run your legendary mission 16 times. You can run it once and be done. And if you enjoy what we do here, patreon.com, you can join our Otter Dance Troupe. Threaten us with a good time, throw more grenades, patreon.com/TTAH. If you're looking just to buy us a coffee, ko-fi.com/2titansandaHunter. And if you want this show live, uncut, with all of the random Insane Clown Posse tangents included, twitch.tv/no-one-responds-in-real-life. And if you live over in Europe land or just up early in the morning in the US, and you want to keep it family friendly like the proper British gentleman, or you say, hey, I need help doing a thing, come do the thing with me, twitch.tv/2titansandaHunter. Both of those things, they will drag you through things. Say, hey, Respawn, hey, Night Demon, drag me through a hard thing. They'll do it. They're good like that. You should go there, you should hit the button, you should hit the subscribe, and you'll know when they go live. And then you can beg them to do things, or tell Respawn to play PvP and just listen to the screaming, because that's also good times. And until next week, tell the people goodbye.
Cheerio.
See you later.
Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast.